What's up, everybody? What's going on, fellas? Everybody in the chat. What's going on, Joe? Tank. Uh, what's good today, man? Y'all know what it is. It's another episode of Wicked Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? With your host, Tackleburybug. I does it easy because I'm too breezy. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing today, brothers? Claw antlers. Let's go, Rangers. Boys, stop it. Stop the madness. What's up with everybody, man? How y'all doing today? Yeah, let me pin this shit right here. Yeah, y'all see it. Support the channel by pressing like, subscribe to the channel, and share. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, how y'all doing today? Y'all know it's the first part of this. We finna just let it roll out for a split second till we get enough people up in here. Then we're gonna get to the subject, man. But man, I seen something today, y'all. I just was on Instagram and I just saw something that you would never see, like Rockwall Rowlett, because that's Rowlett. Down Rockin' 30 is Rowlett. Boy got aired out by the popo. Like, man, that's something serious. That's something you don't see out here, North Texas. Damn right, man, that was crazy. But he got aired out by the people. People put them flame to him. But the question is this, man. Bruh, I ain't been sipping nothing tonight, Tank. I'm sober. Oh man. Oh, we got now late in the building. What's happening? My point exactly. Right there laws is rootless. Like, man, them people don't play out there, man. That's Rockwall County. Them folks don't. That's borderline. What's that? Rockwall, borderline Dallas. This Garland. Rowlett ain't Rockwall, is it? Rockwall County, is it? It's almost Rockwall County when you cross over to Rockwall. It don't matter. Them folks don't play up there. They put something on your tail. When I say they don't be playing no game, they put something on your tail for real. But man, what it do with everybody, y'all? Like tonight is one of them serious night we can get into it. Yeah, it's on the line. That's what I thought. It's on the line of Rockwall County and Dallas County. Like, bro, man, you don't go out there fucking around if you want to. Them laws don't got nothing to do. Nothing to do. But bust at you. You finna be a pinata for they Glocks. On time they get to use them in the shooting range, they gonna fire you up. What else? Tactical skill, you nerd, is in the building. Man, it's just been a lot of crazy stuff going on. Say, man, I don't celebrate Halloween. My grandbabies, they looked nice last night. My grandson was a Batman. He ran around Batman. I think he wanted to be a Ninja Turtle or something, but he was Batman. Then I had my granddaughters. They was Wednesday from the Adams family, and shit, I don't even know what Ivy was. I think Ivy just was being Ivy on Demon Time. You know, that's what she was dressed up as herself on Demon Time, but that was cute. But I don't celebrate Halloween. But last night on Swiss Avenue, and I think it was Swiss Avenue last night in Dallas, it was crucial. What up, Howard J? Ray of Fish Cake. What's going on? And what's so crazy? Like, everybody was out last night doing their thing, partying, have a good time. I don't celebrate demonic rituals and stuff like that. So, man, like, bruh. But it was I said it was cool because I ain't hear, you know what I'm saying? I ain't see nothing bad going off, you know what I'm saying? I hear nothing bad. Because when I grew up, where I'm from, where I grew up, it's 3 holidays that you don't go nowhere. You try to stay around people that you know and people you trust. Halloween. Oh, let me start off in order. 4th of July, Halloween, and New Year's. You don't try to be around people. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't go nowhere those days. And I still to this day I practice that. You know what I'm saying? Because in Louisiana back in them days, that's when the niggas used to act the fool. But see, COVID done ruin it now. So since COVID done came, everybody can wear a mask now. You know, you can wear a mask. That's common now. You know what I'm saying? Post-COVID. But back in the day, there was on time you can wear a mask and get away with it. So Halloween was the day that a lot of people got whacked or robbed. New Year's, a lot of time people got robbed because they go down, they partying, and you can get away with the gunshots. 4th of July, you can get away with the gunshots because of fireworks. So them 3 holidays, my whole life, I'd be cautious in that time because those would be the times that, people do weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? I might be tripping, but hey, it is what it is. What's up, Light Skin Power? We got Howard J. He said Light Skin Power. That is nothing to brag on, young man. That's for real. But yeah, man. But so far, man, it looked nice. Everybody on Instagram with their costumes on. Hell, I say everybody wear Halloween costumes every day here, because some people don't know what the fuck they are. 1 minute they think they one thing, they identify as something else. Then, a lot of you women, something starts a mess early. Y'all got on all this damn makeup. You be one person on Instagram, then when you come see you in person, you be somebody else. Yeah. And that's what it is. Oh man, how the hell that come out? Oh, it was run on everyone. Dog, I don't know. That's why I don't even like typing on this thing. Say, could you bring me some lotion? Yeah, because my hands look a little horrible. But other than that, food, how y'all fellas, how y'all week been going so far? Man, it's hump days, middle of the week. How y'all day going so far? Y'all in the chat, tell me how y'all day been going. OG Tank. Tank been laying across the bed, putting red Kool-Aid across his lip, man. Talking about how sweet it is, singing how sweet it is, you know what I'm saying? And Ray, what's going on? How your week been going? I know they've been wearing you out, over there, Cox Cable. You know what I'm talking about? But Skilly, you been all right? He said, what up, Howard J? Yeah. Listen. Yeah, you been chilling? That's what's up, bro. They ain't been working the hell out you? He said, that's exactly what I'm doing. Tank, why you so hostile, dog? Don't be mad. Don't be mad, bro. It's okay. Calm down. It's Wednesday. Just chill, dog. It's okay. Look, he said always. I know they be wearing you out, bro. Say, man, I want to talk about tonight, y'all. I want to talk about y'all, you know what I'm saying? The way stuff going on now, man, should you be armed, bro? Like, there's a lot of people out here that don't like them. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't got them, bro. You want to ask that question, like, should you get it? Should you get some type of training? Should you possess one or not? You know what I'm saying? Especially with everything that's going on right now. Like, I don't watch the news. I promise y'all, I do not watch the news. And I'm gonna tell you something that I saw today, this morning. I said it was early this morning because I got up this morning, and I don't know what made me do it, but somehow I ran through the propaganda boxes, all 3 of them, and a couple of extra ones that they had, Fox, CNN, MSNBC. I was running through all 3 of those this morning, and they was talking about. I seen an ad. They had a report talking about the United States government don't want to give Israel guns because Israel was passing out guns to their citizens. After Hamas had done came and was shooting all those innocent people. For the record, this finna sound insensitive, but this is my opinion. I really don't give a damn. It's too much going on over here that we need to worry about. But hey, teachers on. But don't that sound hypocritical? Because then they just give Ukraine all their guns and Ukraine arm their citizens. I'm telling you, look, my boy say. He said, man, he out here looking like that drunk uncle who go to jail for the holidays for food. Hey, that's what it seemed like, you know what I'm saying? You got the bro, money getting a little scrap around this joint, bro. You know what I'm saying? And people think it's all good. And I was watching for the first time. I ain't did this in a while, man. I normally used to watch Mad Money. Damn, what's that guy name? But he got a money show now. I watched them and I was watching the stocks. Because people don't understand that the stock market gonna let you know what the quality of life gonna be. If the stocks are up, if they down or whatever, it determine your quality of life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. I was watching the stocks and I seen how the stocks had went up, then it went down, then it went up, and I was like, man, you can't be trading above normal limits. Like, dog, it got to stop. What got to crash or something, bro? I promise you, bro. Like, it gotta. Oh man, say it. I don't want to see what the bottom's gonna look like. Just put it like that. Because if you look at the national average, you know what I'm saying? I think last I looked last week, it was like 4%. I haven't looked at it. I'll dig it up right now and look and see it, but I don't want to get all that technical. Hey, bro, I was on the computer when I messed up, so shut up, Ray. I don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? To my spell check. Yeah, we at the 10 now. We can get to it. What's up, Skillet? My brother that came in here, Tactical Skillet Turd, a.k.a. Stripper Skillet. Call him Handsome Stripper Skillet. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, Pimpin'?
No, man, nothing much, man. I got my hair did, so I think I'm cute today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we both got it done, dog.
Yeah, look. Why is it that they seem like they want to make a brother forehead look bigger than what it is or something? Like, why you couldn't go at an angle to not just magnify my forehead? Because your forehead huge. Shit, it look like I'm doing a salute from up here. Sir. Like, damn. Boy, it look like Midget's been doing the electric slide across the top of my forehead. Bro. Like, what you know what I'm saying? Like a baboon's been sliding down my forehead with their booty or something, bro. Like, what's going on? Uh-oh.
Let me slide to the stage. Ass, nigga.
What's going on, Tank? That fool laying down in the bed again.
I told you that's exactly what the fuck I'm doing.
Oh, shit.
Hey, look, I said that again. I was just talking to her, dog.
I just want to tell a bunch of y'all niggas my hairline's straight in the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Bro. What's good, Chad?
Oh, shit.
Oh, y'all so stupid. Say, he said Skilly is a glizzy gobbler, aka Trans-Bandit. Boy, that damn Howard J. Man, y'all better leave that dude alone. Oh, that dude hard. Oh my God. Oh boy, y'all stupid.
Stay out your nose, boy.
Man, my nose is itching, man, for some reason. But y'all, look, I'm gonna ask y'all something. Like, I had saw that article, bro, and that goes with what we talking about tonight. The topic. The United States don't want to give Israel guns because they arming their people with them M16s, but you want to give Ukraine guns. Like,
it's backwards.
Bro, have you ever heard of too many irons in the fire?
None of this shit make no sense, bro.
Man, none of this make no sense, fam. Like, real talk. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I try not to get into it because it's freaking depressing. I try not to even touch the subject, man, because I really want to be happy and want to laugh. But at the same time, I'm still preparing. With that being said,
Chan, right? Like, Israel got a whole firearms industry. Let them do what they do.
Right. Shit, great.
Yep. So why do we
IWI? Which is
bro, they got Tabors, they got S95,
all that. Yeah.
They got SLR, man. They got the Masada 9mm. They got some bad firearms.
So why are we supplying now?
That part.
They invented counterterrorism. Man, I don't know, bro. Bull Armory, thank you, bro. And them some. Shout out to Bull Armory. Look at Tackleburybug. He would love to be a spokesman or representative for Bull Armory. You know what I'm saying? Odin Armory coming in, starting off. Skid look like Skid Row, Wycliffe John.
Damn.
But y'all heartless. Say, man, you cannot have thin skin coming in here. Because the boy, these man, that comment section hell. Half the time I try to ignore it.
Odin Armory look like a Japanese panda bear.
Geisha
Japanese, I thought he was a fake Mexican. Yeah.
What up, Joe? We got Joe in the building. But man, like with that being said, do y'all think that's crazy though? Do you think I'm going to ask that question before we even just jump into the topic? Do y'all think that that's a double standard for y'all to tell them not to give your guns to your citizens, but Ukraine could arm themselves to fight Russia?
Yes.
That is. That's contradicting yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know, because I was like, man, to me, that was about the most backwardest, sideways crap I've seen in my life. I was like, man, what? United States is want to suspend because Israel is giving their citizens guns. Y'all don't even want us to have guns, but y'all keep giving everybody guns.
That's the crazy part.
Like, that's the craziest crap on
God. Y'all don't need guns. Y'all need.
We don't need guns, but everybody else need guns. And those people were strict on guns in the United States. Why do you think everybody came to the United States? Because it's people out here that got about 50 guns per person. Hell, when it hit the fan, they're gonna be like, you have a gun, 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 you have a gun.
But can I keep it 100 for a second? Like,
man,
if you listen to what people saying versus what they doing, you deserve every fucking thing that you get.
Elaborate on that. You just can't stick that out there like that, and then you don't put a skirt on it, dress it up.
Cause that means you a dumbass nigga. And really, I don't want you on my team. I don't rock with them.
So what do you mean?
If you
give
can't
more
see
context,
shit that's right in front of your face.
Give more context for the slow people on the left.
Yeah, you my third, fourth, fifth string. I'm not. You're not getting on PT on my squad. I don't roll like that.
But what do you mean, Tank? Elaborate further.
So you got a lot of people right now. It's like, oh, I was wrong about COVID and whatnot. Guess what? Okay, that's fine. You're not somebody I fuck with though.
Got it.
If you can't see shit in real time.
So what you see in real time?
Let me use the actual term, right? People demonize this term. Let's take every connotation out. The term retarded means somebody that's slow. That's like in science, if you take a process and you slow it down, you retard the process. That's what that term actually means. So somebody that's retarded is somebody that don't catch on, somebody that's slow. That's not somebody that's on my team. I coach fourth graders, right? AAU.
He said it means to hold back. Yep, a retarded because we have a retard on our truck.
Not everybody can play on my team. Maybe you need to go play rec ball. Babe, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I need people that can move and understand and see the game, see the floor, for what it is, even at fourth grade.
Right.
Yeah.
You go play I-9 or something. You know what I'm saying? Where they don't even keep scoring, everybody get it. That's fine. But at the level that I coach at, even for kids, you can't be on my team.
So the question that I'm asking, and this is for because everybody is
extrapolate into adult life too.
I'm saying this, Tank, because everybody don't get it. I get it. I understand it, but there's some people that might be listening that we might be speaking in foreign language, speaking in Spanish. So we got to break it to them in English and put it in layman terms as a better perspective. What are you saying to the people? What are you telling the people?
I don't know really what I'm saying. Like it's one of them things that can't really be described. Either you get it or you don't.
Okay, so if you was trying to talk to one of your students on your team, how would you put it out there to make them understand it? That's all I'm saying. I try to make it to where people catch.
Tell them what's needed. If they can't do it, they're not getting off that bench. Is that you know what I'm saying? I got people that want to win. People that's getting hurt, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. People that's leaving everything on the court. And you out there like do. No. You're not. You be deep on that fucking bench. That's what you can do.
Gotcha. Because, man, look, I'm looking at the way stuff is right now, bro. The way stuff is right now, bro. And there's some unreported stuff. I keep my ears to the street. You know what I'm talking about? I keep my ears to the street. And you know, like I said, I got a lot of people that I socialize with. You know, just because they do things don't mean that I agree with what they do, but that's what they do. As long as they don't do it around me to get me and jeopardize me or mine. You feel me? And we was having a conversation. Today. And it was brought to my attention. It was just like, he was like, bro, it's so bad out here. I said, man, for real. He was like, nah, man, it looked like it's all good, but it's not. He was like, bro, money is so strapped right now. He said, man, the plug tried to rob him.
Yeah.
I said, what? He said, bro, the plug tried to get me. I was like, nah, you playing. He said, man, the man tried to get me. I peeped the play, so I didn't go with it. But it, you know, when he sent the people, I was like, what? He was like, yeah, bro. He said it's bad out here. I said, damn, that's messed up. He was like, yeah, it's bad out here. And he was like, this is a non-violent person. He don't tote firearms. And he was like, it's getting so shady that he made his wife go buy a gun. And he was just like, man, I don't supposed to tote guns, and he tote guns now.
Yeah.
He was like, should you be armed? And I was like, say. So he was. It made me beg the question. And Joe asked me, he was like, man, what's the title for tomorrow's show? I said, man, should we be armed in this day and time? Well, what's going on? And then he was just like, just from people he talked to, because he talked to people from all different walks of life. He was like, man, people better get prepared while they focusing on Halloween and Jada Pickett and everything else. Man, they need to have their eye on the prize, like you just said. If you can't see what's going on, people saying one thing, but their actions doing something else. If you can't get on that, bro, you're gonna get left behind. You're gonna be a slave. What's going on, GDA? What's going on, brother?
I mean, I'm not necessarily a fan of dude or whatnot, but sometimes he do make a point, right? Like a broke watch is correct twice a day. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I seen Charles White on Real Life. And he was talking about Halloween and whatnot. And he was like, Halloween is really for the niggas that's been turning up just to legitimize what they doing for a day. I was like, bet. He right, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now I could come in your establishment wearing a mask and in a suit or whatnot. You like, oh, okay, do. Bet you deserve to get that.
Hey, I said that in the beginning of this broadcast. I said, hey, I don't celebrate 4th of July, Halloween, and New Year's. Just so happened the 4th of July, I was near my family. I try to be around my family, and I'm particular which family member, because our family ain't family. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real. But I try not to go nowhere. And like my grandbaby and them was asking me, they was like, Papa, you gonna go tricking out, baby? No, I'm gonna send somebody with y'all that's armed, legally armed, and they got a license. Even though Texas, you don't need your license, but I know they got their license, and I know they got sound judgment. So I sent my babies with them, with someone with sound judgment, and let them go do their thing and enjoy themselves. But they went to an event. It wasn't just no door-to-door trick-or-treating like it used to be when we was growing up.
Yeah, them days are gone.
Them days gone. I would not send my kids to nobody's house to get no candy. Yeah. I don't trust people. Everybody's not clean. Everybody not sanitary. And then you don't know what people doing. They might be worshiping. Say, man, some weirdo stuff going on out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I'm just saying it to say this. You got to be careful. You know, I don't celebrate it. I wasn't gonna take that away from them. They mama want them to do that. Hey, so be it. But I'm chilling. I'm chilling somewhere watching a screen, making sure I'm watching my 6, 9, and 12. You feel me?
Already.
Watching my 6, because like I told them, hey man, when the fair come, see, it didn't get cold for the fair. The fair left before it got cold. But if it got really cold before the Texas State Fair, if anybody from Dallas, or you ain't from Dallas, you've been staying here over 20 years, you know, once it get cold at the fair and the hoodie come out, what season is that, Tank?
Man. Hey.
What season? What do we call it? What season is that?
You right, but they was already turned up at the fair and it wasn't even cold. Folks got laid out already.
Is that season. So should you be armed? That go back to what the topic of the day. Should you be armed this day and time? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That shit, the police just sprayed somebody on in Raleigh. Dow Rock and 30. That is somewhere you never will hear gunshots. That's Dow Rock is right before you get to cross the bridge to get to what is that? Bass Pro to your left. Like, bro,
Yeah.
ain't nothing gonna happen up in there. You ain't too far from DPS office.
That part.
Come on, man. You ain't
my mom, my mama white, she a Bible thumb. We used to go to church on the rock right there, right across the bridge. Yeah.
Man, safe. And then they
I
doing
hate
all
that
that.
fucking ride.
They doing all this $1 million.
We stayed right there on Ferguson and 30 at the time.
I used to live on Ferguson and 30. What you mean?
Man,
Crystal
what?
Lake.
I'd have been all
Crystal
over.
Lake right there next to Texaco.
Right, there's some apartments right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to stay in them apartment. Do you know? Dude tried to carjack me. Some Mexican tried to carjack me at that Texaco in that parking lot.
Yeah, they probably did. Yeah.
Nah, for real, they tried to snatch my Impala. I had Impala, box Impala, on Senegal D. They took my car up, man. But it didn't go without resistance. Because back then you couldn't tow the pistol, so I told it the SKS. Stayed in the car mid all time in the front seat. Yeah, what's up, DJ Play Nice? What's going on?
But real talk, OED been bad though. They used to call that shit hook or holler.
Yeah. But in this day and time, though, I tell everybody, man, find you a place that can teach you fundamentals of firearms, ABCs of firearms, the fundamentals, and at least be able to put your shots in a silhouette the size of a human-sized body. You don't got to be a precision shooter. You at least that chest. Aim for the chest, you will hit what's best. You feel me? All right, DJ.
So that's as an instructor, that's my philosophy. Like, yes, I'm certified to teach Texas LTC, but that ain't shit. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I could think somebody's never even held a gun, and within an hour or two, they gonna pass that qualification.
But
that don't mean nothing.
Nah, but but think about it though, Tank. I can't say it don't mean nothing because what you just did was introduce somebody that didn't know nothing about firearms because you out there with that box of bullets. Those box of bullets, because depending on who the range officer is or whoever your instructor is, they might be having 5 rounds.
Right.
Within the hour that you out there, and if you ain't never shot a gun, by the time you get to 30 rounds, you got a familiarity of that firearm. Then a person that ain't touched it, ain't did nothing, and nobody told them nothing. So with that being said,
right, but if you see that the end all be all, and you know what I'm saying, you take my 4 to 6 hour, you know what I'm saying, in class, and then we do the range part, and you get your LTC, and then that's all you do.
Now
that ain't nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole other, you know what I'm saying, stuff I could, you know what I'm saying, train you on and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no Billy Badass. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never been no laws. I ain't never been no military or whatever. I'm just a nigga from around the way. But I could impart, you know what I'm saying, my understanding, whatnot, and you could build off of that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that's an investment that's worth your well-being, so you can get home to your babies and shit.
And see, that's the biggest thing that I have right there is I'm trying to make it to the crib. I'm trying to make it home. I am trying to make it home, bro. Like at the end of the day.
That's all I'm trying to do as an instructor is give people the skill set for that.
I'm trying to make it to the house. If I make it to the house, that's it. I'm trying to see them babies. If I can get home to them babies, I'm cool. And I'm going to do anything that I can to get there.
Right.
What Carl say that is not close enough. Assailants don't stay static. Neither should you. The matter of running and gunning is what the real training is. Stop promoting shooting paper. Man, I ain't promoting shooting paper. What I'm promoting is shooting something. For me, you got to get familiar with this firearm before you can run a gun. You just can't jump up and run a gun. It starts
I
somewhere.
agree with your sentiment, but it
I
gotta
agree.
start
I agree
somewhere.
with him totally.
Yeah.
But for somebody who ain't never did nothing, you can't send them out there running the gun and they pop everybody around them but the people that they need to, or they accidentally trip and shoot themselves. They got to get a skill set. Look, he just said it. Skill set also requires the mental and physical ability, which you got to get the ability by starting somewhere. That silhouette target is somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a start. I'm not saying that's it. I said start. Get familiar. Bro, get out there and try. If you tote this gun, know how to use it, know how to break it down, know how to clean it. If it malfunctions,
And let's
you
be
know how to
honest,
use it without looking at it.
the mental brings about the physical acuity, right?
Right.
Like, really, I want to start. I want to expand my instructorship. Let's use that word to children, right? And I'm not gonna have them on the range shooting nothing. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's change the culture. Like, let's start there. You know what I'm saying? Once they get into maybe teens and their parents are cool with that, maybe then we can transition to the range. But there's a whole thing we could do in
But why
class.
not those? Tank. Do you
Because you're
understand
dealing with kids, and like I'd rather deal with what I could do, and like you know what I'm saying, talk about it. So, you know what I'm saying. Most of them only know guns from Call of Duty and stuff like that. Like, let's fix all that. You know what I'm saying?
Look. I did
let's
this
talk
with my
about the culture.
kids.
You know what I'm saying?
I did this with my kids. Shout out to Trooper Black. Trooper Black used to be a trooper that worked in the store when I got my first job at Whataburger. He used to be he used to come do the security. We had police officers. We had him. We had Lance. He used to come from Salina. We had the chief of police from Salina used to be in there, and we had this other guy from Fort Worth used to come, and I used to work on Camp Wisdom. One of the things I learned from Trooper Black said, how you desensitize kids from firearms is to give it to them.
Yeah.
And I thought that was crazy. Man, that man told me he took his work shotgun and his work pistol and laid it out. Said his daughter played with that mug and played with it. He left it out for a week when he got off work. Unload it, leave it out. That girl played with that thing for the first 3 days like it was nothing else. Bing, 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 bang, 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 trying to click it, everything. He said as he kept going, each day it got less and less and less and less. To about that Friday, she didn't give a damn about that gun. Yep. Now it got to the point to one day he came home, he was tired. He just did a double. And he was like, man, I came in, I took my gun belt off and left it on the counter. My daughter came in there with the gun belt up in the air with his loaded gun in there, took it to him and said, you left this in here, I have company. Don't do that again. Left it with him and slammed the door and walked out the door. He said from that moment on, he knew. He said, but he had to desensitize his child from that gun and took her to the range. And when she heard that pop, she hated it. She was like, she stayed away from it because it was too loud. I did this with my grandbaby. I was just making this joke. We were talking about it. I got my grandbaby Braden, or Banana Man. Banana Man, that's my dog. Banana Man, gun freak. Man, I let Banana Man, I said, I'm going to have to stop Banana Man because we be having these guns. I gave Banana Man a Tech 22, my Glock 17, and I got a practice blue gun. So I painted it black, spray painted black. You can still see it's blue, but Glock 17. I gave him my guns. That dude ran around the house. We sitting there, he ran around the house. I did the exact same thing Black said do. I left that rifle and I left that pistol. That boy played with them babies until about Wednesday. Thursday, he didn't play with it that much. Friday, he played with it, but it was probably like 15 minutes. Saturday, he didn't touch it. Sunday, he don't give a damn about it. I said, okay, let's take it to the next level. I got the 22s and took all the grandbabies to the country. Oh, they enjoyed it. This boy out there, top got some pop, 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 pop. He got his 22. He rocking it. He doing the food, rocking it. He shooting the target. He enjoying life. So I take King one time. I had King with me. And so this is big brother, Jeremiah. I take King down to the country. We went to Mount Vernon. And we went down there to the country. We seen a rabbit. So I let King hold the gun and I said, go on, shoot the rabbit. He shot the rabbit. He shot the rabbit. The rabbit down there kicking. I said, oh man, you shot the rabbit. He said, no, I shot the Easter bunny. I said, yeah, you shot him. Yeah, you did that. I killed the Easter bunny, but I seen in his mind where it was going. You feel me? I said, oh, hell no, this finna go to trauma. So I had the wherewithal to stop it. I said, now I'm gonna get him. And so I told my homeboy, I said, get the baby. I said, I'm gonna go over there and get the rabbit straight. So we took the rabbit on the other side by the pond and we cut that baby up and got him up and sandwiched the meat. And they got the hide, gave the hide to the guy up the street. And so we got the meat, put the meat in the cooler. I go back around there and talk to him. He said, what the bunny? I said, man, we just sent him to the hospital. Don't you see the white man? He taking him to the hospital. You see him? He taking him to the hospital now. He was like, I didn't know. I killed. I said, nah, you didn't kill the bunny. Papa did it. He ain't dead. He just got hurt. I didn't want to hurt the bunny. We don't hurt the Easter bunny. I was like, damn. But I seen then, from that moment on, King almost what, 10 years old? King to this day, he don't touch no guns. If I come here with the gun, Papa, go put your gun up. I said, I'm finna go. You finna go to the range? But dude don't want nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with none of that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got to train them, you got to introduce them, and you got to take them to the range, because I'm telling you, our counterparts is taking their kids to the range. I went to the range with this little baby, man. This baby 4 years old. This baby knocking stuff off with an AR-15 at 100 yards. She's shooting. Look, these her groups. Yeah. Her groups, 100. That little baby barely can hold this thing. Gaku, double tapping. Down. I was like, oh yeah, but train him. But that baby respected that gun. That baby pulled that gun up and hold that gun up in the air like this here. Called her dad. Dad came over there, gave it to her. She went over there, put the gun down, sat and waited. And I was like, yeah, that's discipline, but it started with training. It started with something.
That's true, because we got more incident shootings with siblings because we hide guns. And I never understood that when I first started carrying. And I was like, well, how the hell y'all got guns in the house and the kids don't know nothing about them until they come up into your room and probably climb something and pick the gun up. And now they got a loaded gun in their hand. Well, you didn't desensitize them from that gun. So now that they have it, relatives are around, siblings are around, somebody accidentally gets shot in the head. So to me, I always been a person with my children, even when they was kids, because my daughter was real interested. When I used to carry her, she used to go and, down in my waist with my belt at and feel on my gun. So one day I put them both in the living room. I said, y'all both come here. I did like you did. Take my magazine out.
Cleared it.
Went out the chamber. Gave it to them both. I said, here you go. They both said, this heavy, Daddy. I said, yeah, that's the difference between my guns and your gun.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So I'm always a believer. If you're going to have guns in the house,
don't hide it. Don't hide it.
Don't hide it.
Do not hide it. Because one of my sons, bro, DeVario loved guns. So we thought we used to hide them. You know what I'm talking about? Uh-huh. Every time I thought, shit. That boy was like me when I was young with sugar. My mama could not hide sugar from me. I was going to find it in that house. You hear me? Uh-huh. Bro, that boy would find it. So I remember one time we was over there, my partner Yellow D pulled up. He had a 22 RG. That baby was this little revolver. And so I used to tow the big 44, Model 29, 44 Smith & Wesson, same gun as Dirty Harris, 6-inch barrel. I had a big 44. So I had the big 44. Yellow come over there and pulled out that 22. DeVario looked at my gun. He looked at Yellow. He said, oh, that's a TT gun, and went over there and grabbed it. Like, I said, no, Yayo, no. And then told Yellow, I said, man, what is you doing? He was like, no. See, that gun for grown folks, this gun for kids is little. And I was like, no, dog, it ain't for kids. And so I said, man, okay, I know what I got to do. That could have been a bad situation. That could have been a bad situation. So I knew what I had to do then. I had done been bringing out the big guns because I told the big guns. I told a big revolver. I had a big 44, Ruger 44, 357, them big guns. My handguns was 9mm. We had a Bronco Model 59, Smith & Wesson 5906, and I had a Astra A100. That's a Spanish clone of the Sig Sauer P226. So It was a clone, 18 shot. So those guns was big and heavy. He don't want nothing to do with it. So I knew then I need to get mouse guns, pocket guns, and get him familiarized with the pocket gun so that he won't get excited. He was so excited he seen a loaded gun. So I said, Yellow, let me hold your little 22. Yellow, let me hold this 22. I went and got a couple of 380s, little Davis 380s, some little bit of pocket rockets, and unloaded them and put them in the living room. Man, they played with them damn guns for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Now the big guns, it was a week. It was 6 days, 7 days. They weren't studying it. Man, them little guns, I had to get them desensitized to it though, because they thought because it was little that it was for them. No, it's not for you.
Yeah,
it's not for you. You know, and so once they got desensitized, this how I broke all of them up. That bang. I got a video in one of my phones. I can play the video. We were shooting. I was shooting my Kill Tech at the range at my homeboy Robert, but he don't have the range anymore. At target time at the time, we was at the range, and the gun was so loud it disturbed everybody in the bays to my left. It was about 7, 8 bays. They just stopped shooting when I was shooting that thing. The first thing my daughter said was, "Daddy, it's loud. I don't want to shoot. It's loud. It's loud." And that bang, majority of the time, that bang killed that curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
That bang. And see, I'm slick. I used to do this because all my babies, they got walkers. You know what I'm saying? I got some Pelotons, but they got some walkers. And what I do is slick, you know, push the walker back so you can hear it. And I want to go to the car. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we got it. I make sure we be in the indoor range because you shooting a 5.56 7-inch barrel in the indoor range. It sounds like thunder. You feel it in your soul.
Yeah,
you feel it in your soul. But at the end of the day, get some type of training. And I feel the way that things are going now, you got to have something.
You got to. There's no question about it.
Because you can have a knife, you can have some OC mace, or you can have a taser. That means you got to get up on them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, a lot can happen in 2 steps.
So,
shit, a lot can happen in 10 steps.
I'm about to say that the closing time you think ain't that quick from you pulling, from you drawing. Yeah.
Hey, I know everybody just saw that video, huh? The hallway in Brooklyn. Y'all saw that video?
Nah, I don't know which one you're talking about.
The neighbor, the dude went upstairs about the noise and he killed the son and the daddy.
I think I heard about it. I didn't see the video.
Yeah, when the guy, the distance, or when the guy rode up on him with the scissors, like to me it looked like some penitentiary stuff, like somebody in jail, walk up to him with the shank going up against their neck and take something from him, or threatening them. But that's the way he had the scissors up against his neck. It was just the way he was holding the scissors, let you know there was some penitentiary stuff. He was just like, right. And dude shot him down. Dude tried to run and he shot him down, then went over there, hit him in the back again, and dome checked him. The little dude ran up on him, he shot him. Yeah, Chan, you did share the video with us. And he shot him. The point that I'm making is this here. Bro. You can close a lot of distance fast because the way that boy ran up on him, he closed that distance. He closed that distance quick. And even when he shot him, he had turned like this here. He was awkward shooting the dude when he ran up against the wall and fell out. That's just to show you, man, like distance can get closed very, very quick. Let me find it. Let me get I got the link. I sent the link to your phone.
Here's one issue that I have with black folks as far as 2A, right? I think sometimes we fall into that gap or fall into that argument, right? And I think most of us, I don't think I'm too indifferent than everybody else, right? Like right. I got people's in my family, blood, probably shouldn't have a gun. They're hot-headed or whatnot, right? I also got people that I know culturally that they just not gonna be effective with it, right? And we all from Texas, right? So like, let me dispel, Texas gun. What? No, that's not how it is everywhere. It's not 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some people that just theoretically they oppose to guns in general, like ooh, icky, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of them folks, their life have value to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my focus with them is self-defense, whether it be
Right.
hand-to-hand, martial arts, whatever, a bat, something. If I could get them in the mindset of taking responsibility for self when it comes to self-defense and not thinking of somebody else or the state or something like that, I've done what I need to do, right? If they want to come to my side and train firearms or whatnot, I got them on that. But there's a lot that's never gonna make it that far. And even those that don't make it that far, their life still have value to me.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because some of them people I'm talking about is my sisters. Like, I'm not just gonna be like, well, they don't like guns, so whatever happens. But fuck around and find out if you want to. I'm the oldest.
Hey, I had a chick I dated, and she hated guns. She used to complain about me having guns. I used to come to her crib, and she didn't want me to come in the house until the day I had sit. You know, one time I went over there, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave my gun in the car. And a situation occurred to where I was at the mercy of somebody telling me, sit here, don't move. And if I move, you know, do I put myself in a position to get bodily harm? Do I obey? Do I buck or what? I didn't like the odds, you know what I'm saying? But I sat there. I sat there because I saw it in his eyes. Sometimes you can feel it, and your instincts let you know, especially when if you've been through some things, you know when to move and when to hold them and when to fold them. And I was in one of them situations where Buddy had just made up his mind to go there, but he didn't make the decision to do it. Do you get what I'm coming from?
Right.
And dude said, hey, don't you move. And it wasn't even, it was the way he did it. He had the baby like, don't you move. I'm finna go talk to her, but I'm gonna come back and talk to you. Mm. Once I'm looking, I seen that shadow hit that bedroom, the threshold of that door. Man, I was out that house to my car. Say on everything, bro. I was to my car. Like, oh hell no. But I knew what I had in that car. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I went to my car. When I got to my car, that's a force equalizer because force recognizes force. You feel me? Power recognizes power. But it come to the door. You know, he had probably, it was a little, like a little burster. It could have been a burster or one of those. It wasn't a Walt. It had to be a burster. But it was made like the PPK, burster, little 380. And when I got to that car, I had that SK in that car. So by the time he got to that car, now my thing was I wanted to get in my car so he can bust at me. So I stood outside at the ready, low ready, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, he walked to the door, he paused, and he had in his head, I said, man, don't raise it. I won't raise, you don't raise yours, I won't raise mine. Say, bro, I don't know what you got going on here, but like a man, I drove up in here, like a man up in the drive away from here. I respect it. I respect it. When you going on in the house and shut the door. He went in the house, I jumped in my car, I got the hell off. But from that moment on, I took my firearm anywhere I go. But the point I'm saying, I let to say this right here. She hated guns.
Yeah.
Until the day he went upside her head and shot that gun. And she wound up shooting him 6 months later.
Yeah.
Because she had a gun. Because that was the last beating that she took, but she went and got a gun. So everybody don't need a gun, but everybody should be trained to use one.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, different people is at different spots in their journey or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I had this little low I was messing with. You know what I'm saying? Like I took her to go shoot in Grand Prairie at Shoot Smart. She go, you know what I'm saying? We leaving from there. She gonna tell me about, well, you a gun fanatic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, I'm gonna let it be what it be. She done bought a spot, her first spot ever, off Morel, about 3 or 4 blocks over there from the train station.
Oh yeah,
she had to do some work on the spot before she moved in. So she went over there one night about 9-10 o'clock to check on, you know what I'm saying, what that the contractors had done what they were supposed to do. She pulled up to the spot, all the doors, all the windows, everything was open. She don't call the law or nobody. She called me. She wanted me to come over there. From Keller.
Oh hell no! By that time, everything will be over with.
Yeah, I said, call them laws, let them do what they do.
That's an hour drive.
Yeah. She could talk about, well, you scared or what? You talk all this or whatnot. No, I'm smart.
Right.
You pay for that.
Right.
Mhm.
You
You
pay
better
your
use that shit.
tax.
Yeah. They come over there, they cleared the house, you know what I'm saying? Everything was good, you know what I'm saying? So, probably some crackhead, something ran through there, stole some paint, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But other than that, everything was straight. You know what I'm saying? Now, she, you know what I'm saying? She called me, she want me to train her and shit. Now she got more arsenal than I do and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny how that works out.
Yeah.
Joe, why it sound like you pouring up a drink? Sound like
Say again?
It sound like you messing with some scotch over there or something, man. What you got going on?
You
Nah,
know it, man.
Hey,
I know that ball is out there. Bloop.
You know the white wine spritzer shit over there. You know, John.
Hey, I just want to say something real quick, man. I gotta pop in and out.
Go ahead. Speak your piece, brother. Joe, get it out your mouth.
It's all you, Joe.
All right, hey. So, two things that was addressed earlier, right? You guys was talking about training. I typed in there, you know, a definitive and tangible training plan and training path, right? So that's something that is just my opinion, and I can tell you why I have this opinion. A lot of these civilian instructors that we see, they don't have any real world experience. And what I mean by that is, you know, they train you to get into a gunfight, and most of them never got into a gunfight. They might have spent 25 years on a SWAT team and served high risk warrants and everything else. That's great. That's still not a two-way range, right? So there's a different dynamic when someone else is shooting back at you when all hell is breaking loose. Second, Tank, you alluded to kids on your team and everything else, right? So if we take that yardstick and we apply it to shooting in the combat, some of the best shooters and everything else was the weakest people. They was riding the bench and other things. They had to get trained. So now it comes back to training and a definitive training plan, training path. One of the units has an OTC, which is called the Operators Training Course. It can last anywhere from 6 months to a year after they pass selection and assessment and selection. And in that course, during that whole time, they teach you how to do certain things, your field craft, all this other gee whiz wazoo shit. Even in the other units, right? You go to Ranger Regiment, you have an OTC, you have a training plan and a training path that's highly developed, and it's always evolving based off of lessons learned from previous engagements, whether it's Syria, Yemen, Iraq, Iran, you know, you name it. And again, if you look at a lot of training on the civilian side with these instructors, right? They're teaching you how to shoot. A lot of these guys are teaching like bad shit. They're talking accuracy is good, precision is great, but in the gunfight, you're not going for accuracy and precision. You're actually going for accuracy, not precision. You're trying to hit your target, right? Do you want to stack 15 rounds in 1 inch, or you want to spread the love and cause massive tissue trauma and damage and let them bleed out?
Hey, Carl said garbage in equals garbage out. Know your instructor's background.
Exactly. Because I'll sit back and I'll say, hey, I got 15 years as a captain on an LAPD SWAT team, right? That's great. You serve high-risk warrants with overwhelming force, but you didn't do any one-on-one stuff. There's a difference, right? And Carl said it, right? Gunfights are never static. Gunfights are rarely static. And if they're static, that means you lost 9 out of 10 times. Bug said it again, closing the distance. I shared a link with you guys about a dude was in a fight, right? And he got stabbed in the jugular about 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the jugular.
Out, right?
Yep.
It's this old saying, right? Distance buys you time, time buys you options, right? You can close the distance. 21 feet is the golden rule. You can close that 21-foot distance. The average person can close it quicker than you can draw effectively, right? What's the time? Sub 1.5 from draw stroke to effective rounds on target. I can do that shit all day, standing up, shooting at a silhouette. Throw a little stress on it and see how that performance starts to dive. So, you know, we have to change that matrix of which we use to measure what's effective, And the problem is you're never going to know until you get into that gunfight. Because you can do everything right and still lose. And you can do everything wrong and fucking walk away with a W.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Joe boy.
I 100% agree with you, Joe. Like I know I have deficiencies as far as my knowledge, even as an instructor, right? And I'm trying to close those gaps. So I seek that out.
Hey Tank, I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. Think of some of your premier force on force units that go in and do this shit for a fucking living. Think of your Delta, your CAG, your other units and everything else. Guess what? Some of those dudes get killed too.
Right.
And they do this shit. They're not worried about how much their ammo costs. They ain't worried about getting a new gun. They shit fuck up. They got another one on standby.
Yep.
Right. So it's all about training. But in that training, it has to be clear and tangible. I have to get something out of it. There has to be benchmarks. It's not just going to the range and shooting 50 rounds and calling it a day. It's no, what are you doing with these 50 rounds? And again, once you get to a certain skill set, you have to maintain that skill. You have to add different levels of difficulties to it, because all the training I did in these last 2 years, it was in the indoor range shooting at silhouette targets from 7 meters. Well, I just got jacked at the street light in my car. So all that training I did was for nothing. Right. So, and that's one of those things. And then culturally, historically, they said, "Oh, stay away from guns. Only thugs and cops got guns." The church said it. We got to get off that fucking plantation.
Yep.
I agree.
You're right, bro.
In fact, about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months, I was given an opportunity by USCCA to get my red shirt and be a TC. I turned it down because I know I'm not ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ready to certify other instructors.
And see, that's like another thing, right? I'm not going to.
That's a personal thing. Like, a lot of people would have jumped in, like, "Oh, okay, yeah." No, I know where I need to be, and I know I'm not ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you solidify that. Like, it's got to be at some point. It's got to be a personal responsibility type thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And see, I see what he said. Odin Armour said, "I won't instruct because I need more force on force training. I'm awesome shot and running a gunner, but I want to be uber bad MFer before I teach." And I'm gonna tell you something. So I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say this person's name. But it was a discussion because they run around and shoot at targets and run a gun at targets, and they was like, I would take out these street dudes and I would be superior, and all I need is 10 rounds. And I just left Baby Beirut, which is Shreveport, Louisiana. Them jokers ain't aiming. They not choosing their red dot. They point shooting and hitting their target.
Yeah, but see, Bug, with that right there, right, and that's effective. They're laying down volumes of fire, right? You know how you combat that? You combat that with precision shooting. Now you have to have the wherewithal to weather that fire and not to nut up, right? Think about this right here, right? And I'm gonna bring back some historical context. Let's look at the first battle of Fallujah. Everyone's just out there spraying and praying, right? We have precision fires going on those guys and dropping them, right? So now my tactics come into play, right? Because I can have switches and I can shoot fully autos, but if it's not effective fire, it ain't nothing. Now, a lot of times in the streets, you see these guys with the, what you call them now, the blickies and the switches and the sticks. They're just putting a lot of rounds down range. Two things about that, right? I know if I can get effective cover, they're going to run out of bullets, and I'm going to get them on the reload. Now, I'm taking a big chance. I'm taking a huge chance, right? So once that happens, I can put effective fire on that target, right? And 90% of that is luck. I have to be lucky enough to be somewhere where I can get effective cover to prevent that from coming, and then get my weapon up into play and put back some other rounds to make them, to suppress that fire.
Right. But see, I'm gonna tell you something else too, though, because when I tell people, when I be like, man, people out here shooting, they thinking that people just praying and spraying. When I saw this with my own eyes, and it blew my brain. I thought I was in the Wild Wild West. This boy was like this here. He looked at him. He said, boom, drop him. I was like, whoa, boom. Every time he hit, it's about 10 people out here going at it. Every time this boy hit that thing, he hit. Then one of the little cats with the switch, I see the car. The boy put a ball of bullets like this here. 32 rounds of a full automatic Glock from like 30 yards. You can't tell me that ain't good damn shot placement.
It is, and I will not deny that or take anything away from it. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm not going to do that, but I'm saying when you meet force on force and everything else being equal, the determination is luck, right? We have a saying is fortune favors the prepared, right? Right, and then we also used to say he who dares, right? So, and it's one of those things to where it can go sideways at any time, man. You can be America's team and still come up short on the coin toss. It happens, right? 1993, motherfuckers got lucky and clipped 3 fucking Blackhawks, right? Yep. I'm saying how that shit turned out.
Black Hawk Down,
right?
They made a movie about it, right?
Right. So, some other instances where regular cops just got shot because they rolled up on some shit and the motherfucker just turned and dumped on them. Right. So it can happen. The things you can do to mitigate that is good training. Getting back to these instructors, and what I was going to say before Tank jumped off, there's nothing wrong with taking your time and everything else, but what I'm kind of questioning is someone just got in the shooting, say 2020, and now they're fucking accredited fucking Tackleburybug and Tactical Skillionaire Shooting School of the USA, of America, of the world instructors. Well, how? What experience do you have?
Yep.
And when I say that, like, I'm talking about the overall, the whole picture, the total instructor concept, right? Like, and that just kind of fucks me up, man, because I'm just like, all right, what, that yardstick, that yardstick's a different length and shit. Because I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna say, hey, man, instruct me like I'm a fucking 12-year-old fucking conscript that's fresh off the fucking farm. That's what I think an instructor is. But that's me. So I guess if you spend enough money, take enough classes, you can be whatever the fuck it is you want to be in America.
Money talk.
Money talk.
And like Carl said, vet your instructors, man. Because I'll throw up all these fucking titles and every fucking thing else, and everyone does the same. It doesn't mean you actually did the shit. You might have a tangential association with this. It's like your entourage, right? You gonna get that motherfucking Fallout pussy because you there. Right? You ain't making no moves. You just in the right trying to get a come up. Yeah, you trying to get a come up. So like, guys, man, just be careful with that shit, because these guys put out this shit and it sounds fucking convincing. It's like, ooh, I only shoot this gun and these bullets and all this because of this and this, and then yada yada yada. All right, well, real world situations and shit, right? You start doing that shit. Do your research, man. The statistics are out there. The information is out there. But we just don't do it, man. All my blickies is blinged out and shit with the sticks. All right, man. Miss me with that shit. It's all about luck, man. At the end of the day, anyone can get caught slipping.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this here. All it takes is one bullet.
Yep.
All it takes is one.
Yeah.
I was just having I was just talking to my nephew and this disrespectful little homeboy, and they just so stupid. Oh my God, these boys is retarded for real. And all they think about is You don't got no street cred. What somebody else think of them? And I was like, bro, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. Well, Uncle Bug, you can't say nothing. Done, you ain't gonna slide, you ain't gonna do this here. I said, so I'm gonna ask you a question. Everybody know your business and don't nobody know my business.
Yeah.
So who's
Hey,
the most
Bug. Hey, let me ask you this: how old are they? Give me a
them little
round about age.
bastards, 17
All right,
and
so they
one
can
of
leave
them
the
20.
country. Hey, tell them to call me up, man. I got 2 fucking first class tickets to the Gaza Strip for them. They can build that rep up hard. Some boys is going hard. Matter of fact, fuck Gaza. I can send them to Yemen.
Oh hell, they don't want none of that. Come on, Yemen so bad they blew up one of our ships.
Nah, they tried to, man. Oh, you talking about 2000? The cold, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's another story, man.
yeah, but I'm just saying, Yemen is like, hey, that is the training camp for all terrorists.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
and you have to specify between Yemen and South Yemen, but
yeah,
that's another live and shit.
yeah.
17 dead on USS Cole 2000. It was a test run. But that's just like one of those things, man. I get passionate about it because, again, I hate to see our people get bad. I hate to see anyone get bad information, especially our people, because we're already working from a deficit. We started a 100-meter race 75 fucking meters behind.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we get a little closer, they move the goalposts, they change the goalposts. Whether it's with these bullshit laws that they'll violate you, so you can't own a firearm. They'll catch you up on a humble because it's really the cop's fucking discretion whether he gives you a warning, lets you go, or throw those cuffs on you.
Yeah, what book you? Yeah.
Right.
What's going on, Mr. X? And I remember back in the day, it used to be a time where the cops would, when that's back in community policing days, when you knew the officer that patrolled your hood, he'll cut you a day, cut you a deal, or cut you a break because you will owe him one. You say, well, I ain't taking jail, you owe me one. Then he come to the hood, say, man, Miss Johnson got robbed. I need to know who did this to get them off here. Man, you know you owe me one. And then that'll get, like, it ain't even none of that. The border system don't even work no more.
Yeah. They talk about
all the police is
quit
all the
messing with the
police
citizens.
are in Fallujah, and we Iraq. The citizens are Iraq.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna pop out, man. I'll pop back in. All right.
I appreciate you, Joe. But yeah, man, that makes a lot of sense. What's up, Mr. X, and everybody that just came in the chat? Man, y'all hit the subscribe if you ain't subscribed, hit the like button, man. Share if you can. But you know what I'm saying? Tonight we talking about should you be armed in this day and time? And Tank brought up a question like everybody don't deserve a firearm. Yeah, that's true. But I feel like everybody should have firearms training. Yeah. Everyone should know the ABCs of firearms and safety. You should know safety. You should know how to clean the firearm. You should know how to disassemble it. You should be familiar with a firearm. It don't matter what type it is. You should be familiar with any type of firearm, just in case the day that you decide that you get the mental capacity to be able to possess it, and
you already have that knowledge.
You had that knowledge. I think that everybody should have that knowledge because it's something that I heard on the news when they said the United States is giving the United States is mad because Israel was giving its citizens guns, but it was something that the man said. He said, hey, every citizen in Israel know how to use a gun.
It's an operating gun, yeah.
They trained. He was like, they had to go to school. It puts you in the mind of China. China, everyone has to go to the military for 4 years. So basically, they got a country full of soldiers.
Yeah.
If everyone is in there for everyone to go to the military for 4 years, you familiar with firearms, whether you want to or not, but you familiar. And say, let me see what my boy Marie say. If you get a firearm, you need to invest in training just as well as owning bullets like hamburgers and fries. They go together. That's real talk. But that's what we're saying, though. Like, that's my thing is this here. Even if you don't have a firearm, you should have access to one. Because, like I said, I know a lot of chicks I dated that hated guns, but hey, they got new houses. They got a gun. Some dude done bought them a strap, and they got one. And some ask, hey, could you familiarize me? Okay, this is what you do. You need to do this. And I did. I remember one time I took this young lady training, and my buddy had the retractable target system, but that thing ran fast. He'd be like, shh. And I said, what I need you to do is load this gun and shoot this guy. He finna kill you. Versus the gun I already loaded, and you just pull it out the holster, pull it out the case. And when I brought it to her, she was just not trying to. And by the time she got the shot out, the target had to hit her hand. I said, that's how fast that somebody can grab you. Mm-hmm. And then I did the scenario when the gun was unloaded. We had the blue gun. I said, shoot me. And I grabbed her. I closed the distance so fast, and she was just like, I said, see, you didn't even get a chance to get a shot out. That's how it happened. You see how you scared now? This training is to stop you from being scared. So when you're in this situation, you'll have to be able to use this gun. Because, bro, whenever society falls, whenever the money goes, whenever we get into a depression or something like that, and, you know, we've been in recessions a couple of times and they didn't acknowledge it. But when it gets to the point when the money is low, crime goes up.
Absolutely.
Crime goes up, and it's gonna turn into a dog eat dog. It's like the environment they have in jails.
It's gonna be the same.
It's the same concept gonna be on the street. The weak is meat. You feel me? You food. People gonna see you as food. So what you need to do is look like a food. You need to look like food. So when they come at you weak, and you a dog too, or better yet, I tell them like this here. Wolves don't eat other wolves unless they're in a pack. But they eat everything else. So
they're attacking.
You got to learn how to be a wolf. Even if before you can make wolf status, at least be a dog. You got to have a little dog in you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I hope I'm making sense. If I'm making sense to y'all, let me know. If I ain't making no sense, then you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, but you got to be something, bro.
And I do agree with Tank with the, you know, I have people that surround me, and just about everybody know that I carry.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a couple people, well, take me to the range. I said, well, whenever you ready to go, you know my number. Hit me up, we'll go. And they'll see me go to range, and then they'll be mad. I'm like, well, you been having my number for how long?
Who, me?
Guns for you to go see. I mean, for you to use. Just hit me up, give me a call. But I let them know that it's the opportunity is there, but you're gonna pay for your own bullets and you're gonna pay for your own range time. I'm just gonna supply you with the gun.
Right. And I make it like this here. If you want to go shoot with me, you got to buy your own ammo.
Oh yeah, I'm not buying ammo.
I'm gonna provide I got to get you invested in this, because if I provide the ammo and the range and the pistol, you're not gonna take it. People don't understand pain and payment. I say this all the time. So when you pay for something, you're a little bit more invested in it than if you didn't. When you see that 100 rounds of ammo cost you almost $100,
yep.
depending on what we shooting, 120, you more inclined. Like, I just spent 120 on ammo. I just spent $40 to get in this range. I just spent $50 in gas to follow this dude out here to this range. Now you invested. Oh, you finna learn everything. I ain't finna waste it, because the average person is not trying to waste no money.
Yep.
So now you're gonna take heed to this training. Then if everything was just set out for you on the platter, you don't respect it then.
Nope.
Yep. And look what Maurice said, the same thing. You remember more when you bought your own. That is so true. Bro, I got one of my partners, his son, I always go to the range with him when I go to the range. And I tell his mom to buy some bullets. Bruh. Because his mama had to buy them bullets and all that whining she do. That boy's out there. He love guns. He like Call of Duty, but he trying to do in real life what he did on the video game. You feel me? He trying to do all that stuff, and he learning it. And I teach him the right way, and he want to listen. Teach him gun safety, one-on-one gun safety. Well, Uncle Bug, if this tear up, what we do? Okay, we do this here, we're gonna break this down. You're gonna do this here. If you malfunction, what you do? He had a malfunction. I think it was him, Mika, and Milspec was at the range one time, and Milspec had his SBR with the silence on it, 2 stamps. So he's shooting the silence, he's shooting the suppressor, and I mean that baby was quiet. And he was like, "Man, this." I said, "Yeah, it's like this is how they sound for real compared to the video game." And he was just like, "Yeah." But it opened up his mind to make him learn more. When you have to spend the money, and you know you got to spend the money, then you just going with me, and I just pay for everything because I seen the difference in attitude from when I paid for it and when his mama had to pay for it. You feel what I'm saying? Skilly. And GD said it's a dog-eat-dog world. It is a dog-eat-dog world. And you'll be surprised how many people dogs. And there's a lot of wolves out here too. There's a lot of wolves out here, man. But you got to be careful. Got to be careful, y'all. But y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoying this conversation. Why don't y'all put a 1 in that chat for the Brugmeister? You know what I'm saying? Let us know that if you're getting something out of this conversation, it's worthwhile. Because Friday, we talking nothing but nonsense on Funky Friday. This Friday. And all Fridays, you know what I'm saying? What? We got the infamous Jay the Shooter in the building. Man, I appreciate you for coming through, Jay. You know what I'm saying? This fool say 76. Say, man, you see what I'm saying? It's black people. This black person. We ain't asking you the year you was born. We said put a 1 if you learning something, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what we said, dog, if you learning something, because today is about learning. We trying to teach you something. Because, man, I'm telling you, I'm here in Texas. We got people in the DMV. We got people in Virginia. You know what I'm saying, in the chat right now. We got people Tennessee. You know what I'm saying, from all over. You know what I'm saying? My boy Skilly in Detroit. He in Detroit. So we got people from everywhere. So he said this dope line, man. But it was spitting about the body armor earlier. There was Joe. Joe is the body armor specialist. You got to with these open borders. We had the federal government cutting the damn fence in Texas to let these people over here. Man, it's been a lot of stuff happening over here, bro, that's not being put on the news. And it's going to get worse before it get better. And I'm telling y'all, you better be prepared. We've been saying this for the last couple of years, bro, since I've been on YouTube. Get prepared, get prepared. Then it's going to be a day to where it's too late. If you ain't ready, you that's on you. That's on you. Man, if you can't afford, man, find one of these handgun academies. Find somebody to teach you. The fundamentals, if you in my area and you in Dallas area and you ain't on no foo-foo, man, I know people to point you in the right direction to teach you. From the rooter to the tootie. Learn your firearm. It starts with you learning your firearm in your house or learning a firearm, the functionality of a firearm, because most firearms, they all do the same thing. They just do it different. A hammer fire trigger is different than a striker fire, but the fundamentals are the same. So, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, let somebody teach you how to disassemble that gun. Put the dummy rounds in there and create a malfunction so that you can clear a malfunction. Like learn something about it, because it might save your life. For these dudes here, man, look at this. Man, y'all damn wrong. You're wrong, bro. Don't be a sanctuary city like liberals in DC. Hey, man, I'm like this here, dog. Like I told y'all, my stance on this, and this is just my opinion, and You know, I ain't nobody. I'm just Tackleburybug. I ain't no damn body. I think while we worried about Taiwan, I understand our interest and shit over there in Ukraine and all that. That's too many damn fronts, man. That's too many irons in the fire. It reminds me back of the early 2000s, bro. Late 80s, Operation Desert Shield that turned into Desert Storm. Nobody got time for all that, bro. Taiwan and China got this thing going on. Then you messing with Russia. Now this Israel stuff. We stretched in, bro. Our military stretched in. So we got to protect all these places. How the hell we gonna protect here? Oh, we got the National Guard. Yeah. What my boy Joe say? He said, remember going to your firearm should be the last resort. Try and be nice with your hands and edge weapons. That's true. That's absolutely true, Joe. That's true, man. That is absolutely true because I got ugly knuckles. They ugly. But I use the mugs. I try not to. I try to keep my hands to myself because when you beat people up, the first thing they do is they put that pop on you. I don't need that pop in my life. Hot bullets burn. I know for sure. They burn and they hurt. Feel like a sledgehammer hitting you. And then they make you thirsty because you done lost so much blood and then you can't drink water. Nobody got time for that. Then he said, then we got the back door to the country wide open. My point exactly, Jay. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, the front door and the back door because they coming across Canada and they coming through Mexico. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Look, Ray officials say you can be prepared, but your chances of being ready is real slim because in most cases, you won't know they're coming. That is so true. Tackleburybug, the U.S. military job purpose to be project power abroad. The National Guard has responsibility of the homeland. Yeah, that's true. That's why I said National Guard. You hear when I said National Guard for the homeland because they don't supposed to operate on U.S. soil without special conditions and all that. I'm familiar, you know. Yeah. Ray said, "What up, Jay?" But yeah, man, like it's crazy, bro. And then I don't know. Do you put your faith in the National Guard? Do you see some of these National Guard troops? I know a National Guard troop. I know a guy that was in the National Guard in Louisiana. And I promised to God, I was like, how is this guy not put out? That's how I'm going to say it. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone, bro. What Joe say? Real fish and facts. My plan is 100% foolproof. I'm at home. Anywhere else, I'm 100%. Hey, that's how I felt last night. Ray, I didn't go nowhere. Nigga, say, cuz I ain't got the dough. You feel me? Like Halloween, oh hell no. I wasn't going nowhere. You ain't finna get a free one off the Bugmeister. No. Hell no, they run around. Everybody got on masks all damn day. Looking like Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi and all these old crazy people. They got masks on. Oh, hell no.
This Halloween, I really didn't feel like Halloween was a big thing this year.
It shouldn't be a big thing no year.
I'm just saying, like normally how it is, I just realized this year when it's almost like it came and it gone just that quick, like in a snap and a blink of an eye.
Listen, that fool said weed, meth, alcoholics, body shaped like chewed bubble gum, like they don't have no fitness. On guard, bro. Bro, it's a trip. He said, Joe said you walk in, you get carried out. Hey, I don't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? Just put it like this here. You come through that door, you ain't going to leave the way you came. You're going to be changed. Your life will be changed forever. Ever, 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 ever. Strange things can happen. That's all I'm going to say to you, dog. Say, man, coming to the stage is the dude, Barbecue. Do not have your people coming in here, bro. You hear me? You hear me, barbecue? You hear me, barbecue? Barbecue. Last time I talked to you, I got flashed, bro. I got burnt up, bro. The last time we talked, somebody burnt me up, bro. You feel me?
I know, right?
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I am so excited to be back on this BBC. Best black channel.
Hey, what's going on, my brother, man?
Not much. How about you guys?
What's going on,
Hey,
brother?
bro, man, just chilling, man. We just talking about shit you ever follow on in this day and age. And with all this back door border open and this gun control keep coming up the pipeline, and it seems like every time we get close to, we get the winning silver.
They do
We
something.
be winning 2A cases in the Supreme Court. It's a damn mass shooting. Y'all ever notice that?
Set up, baby. It's a setup.
Then we got, man, I swear, I went outside the other day, y'all. I'm with my partner, me and him riding, and we ran across some foreigners I never seen before. And we like, he said, man, these type of people don't be in South Dallas. I was like, I know. I said, man, hurry up and take me home. He took me home. I ain't feel safe. I'm scared. I'm on my own house arrest. I'm telling you, dog, man. And look, he said, what you say, Joe? Ray, that was meant to mean the plan survives initiate contact, and you must be adaptive. Yeah, that's true. But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if people gonna do what they want to do, don't say backdoor and pipe to barbecue, bro. Maurice, you stupid. He said, don't say backdoor and pipe to barbecue. He have a naked man out here going, wiggle, 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 wiggle.
I'm just gonna say, like, pretty sure y'all were the ones that were able to see him, not me.
That hurts. That hurts on so many levels.
Say he could have been white, black, Asian,
Oh, that's
fucking purple people eater. I don't know.
Oh my God, you hell barbecue. So man, what you thinking about, man? I seen you had your show popped in last night, bro. I was so sick, man. I went to sleep. I ain't been up late. I haven't been up late lately, man. I be gone in by 9 o'clock, bro.
No,
Like,
same
really?
here. Let's say I woke up Saturday morning to your invite for the show for Freaky Friday. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, bro. Oh, it went fed too, bro.
I said I was already out.
Mm-hmm.
And even then before that, yeah, just been going to bed early myself for again. Recently been dealing with some real bad pressure headaches.
Yeah, it's the sinuses. And
no, not for me. That's related to my hydrocephalus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wish it was sinuses. That'd be easy to get rid of.
I think that they fixed the pipe inside that wall, and I'm thinking that wall is leaking and it's creating some type of mold because you can smell it. I can smell it because I got a very hypersensitive nose, and it's been giving me headaches, and it's been giving me sinus congestion whenever I leave the bathroom door open. So I'm gonna have somebody come check that out, bro. They might have to take that wall down and look where they fixed that pipe at, because I think it might be some black mold, because I know my daughter's apartment had black mold one time, and it was doing the same thing. It gave me a headache, sinus congestion, and made my nose start bleeding.
Always got to be black mold. Shit. I can never just be the green mold.
Man, I think that's black mold. That black mold messed with my sinus. Boy, these dudes here is going crazy. There's so much fucking bad news going on. Like, what the fuck between shit overseas and fuckers at the crib, especially with the juveniles here. Oh man, them juveniles, bro. I was just talking to my nephew and them, and they such an ass hats to where, bro, I was just like, and then they own this macho shit, like it's cool just to kill people. That shit ain't cool, bro.
Feel like I done missed something.
Yeah, bro. He said so. Bug got burned was about the White Howard Boo Kitty. No, you're nasty. No, the White Howard, man, that's wild. We ain't even talk about that. We talking about preparation and should you have a firearm tonight, because you're going too far.
I have a strict theory that I like to go by, and that is, if the government says you shouldn't have it,
Get
not
it.
only should you have it, you need it.
You need it. Mm-hmm. But what you think about that, barbecue? They can send all these guns to everywhere else to tell them to arm their people, but they don't. But they started trying to. They not even abiding by the brewing decisions by the courts. The courts
No.
tell them that they bucking the courts, bro.
Yep.
If we
100%.
buck the courts, we go to jail, man. Why is it they don't go to jail?
It's a good question. I would like to know myself. Personally, I think that any sitting representative that brings up, well, I shouldn't say just representative, because a lot of people just take that to be your Congress critters and that's it. But whether they be in Senate or Congress or the executive branch, I really don't give a shit. If they are an elected official and they wish to bring forth a bill of some sort that knowingly infringes on people's rights of any kind, I don't care if it's the first, second, third, 22nd Amendment, I don't give a shit. If it infringes on people's rights and they are knowingly putting forth that legislation, then they should be removed from office and slapped with felonies and never allowed to hold office again.
Yep, or practice law, because a lot of them are
Yeah.
attorneys. A lot of them are attorneys, and they shouldn't be able to practice law, and they should be stripped of their career. The same.
I mean, I was just going to say the governor in New Mexico, case in point,
Yeah.
because there'd be the argument of, oh, well, in this convoluted way in my head, I could see how it was constitutional, and like, no, like, come on, you know how these decisions are read. Like, you want to change it or something, then
go through the
bring forth a lawsuit, have it run all the way to the Supreme Court, have the Supreme Court change it at that point. But until then, like in the instance of the NYSERPA v. Bruin decision, text and history, that's cut and clear. But like, you got the New Mexico governor who flat out says, yeah, I know it's unconstitutional, I don't care.
It need to be treason. Norman said changes need to be treason, and that's what it is. And I'm just saying, bro, back in the day they used to tar and feather them. I feel like they should be tar and feather. Put the high tar on them and feather them, and strip them of all their powers and send them to prison. Because a lot of this stuff, people going to jail behind it. People losing their families, losing their livelihoods, getting broke, trying to fight it, and be putting in this institution, this big machine that creates pedophiles and degenerates and deviants. You remember back in the day, somebody can go to jail on a humbug and come out of jail a scholar. They used to tell penitentiary lawyers. People used to go to jail to get a law degree and everything. You don't do
that was
none
a
of
long
that.
time ago. I mean, that was turn of the century. Then somewhere down the line, it went from rehabilitation to just incarceration.
And live in hell. Like, it's crazy, but you got all these people out here bucking, like Gavin Newsom. He should be in jail. The woman from New Mexico should be in jail. New York, anybody that go against these decisions is fine. Once the Supreme Court say what it is, right then and there, it should be enacted. Right then and there. The decision, like, no, man, you going against it. And every senator that bring up a stupid ass bill, he need to go to jail too.
Yep.
Every congressman, if you know this is, it say shall not be infringed. Guns are not killing people. Economic situations make people use those guns. A lot of people get mental because they get broke and their livelihood is changed and they don't see no way out. And then some people just really scared and they don't want to kill themselves, so they're gonna go do something stupid to make them kill them. So suicide by cop. Like, bro, it ain't guns don't kill people. Let's talk about the alcohol bar. How many alcohol bars people get drunk and kill somebody? You ain't never sued Patron?
All the time.
I'm suing Patron next week.
You had Mothers Against Drunk Driving stationed in Irving a long time ago. They didn't never sue an alcohol company for making brew. But the first time somebody gets shot, or they say Uvalde, when the police were scared to go in there with all them cartel kids, y'all didn't do nothing. You want to blame the AR-15. You want to go after Daniel. What you going after Daniel for? Daniel defense.
Well, what we need to do is change the narrative. First off, we continually allow them to sit there and say gun violence, gun violence, gun violence. And what that does is demonize the firearm every time. Doesn't matter if it's an AR-15, it could be a Glock, it could be a high point, don't matter. Every time we let them say gun violence, they get a win, whether it's on the news. So every time that we talk to somebody, we got to make sure that we're taking that, we're changing it. And we don't say gun violence, we just say violence. And if we hear somebody say gun violence, say, tell me what gun violence is. And they're going to say, well, that's, violence committed with a firearm. Well, no, that's just violence. And then the tool they use was this. Because do you ever hear anything about car violence? Do you ever hear anything about knife violence? No, you don't hear any shit like that. No. So then when we hear somebody say, mass shooting or school shooting or any bullshit like that, we know, say no, that was not a shooting, that was a killing, that was a mass killing, that was a school killing, etc. We got to change these things, because every time that they're portrayed out in the media and we hear our friends and even people within our own community repeat these things, it's a detriment and it's a setback.
Mm-hmm. Which it is, bro. Because, man, it's getting to the point now, dog.
Goddamn honkies.
It ain't, can't even say it's just them, man. It's everybody.
I know.
Look, like he said, prescription drugs, food, obesity, diabetes, etc., tobacco, hell, even hammers have a higher annual body count, which is true, because now I was looking at the food. So I just talked to one of my friends that just came from the UK, and I don't know how they got it through customs, but they brought some Skittles through customs, right? On the damn package was a label this long. They said that the Skittles had drugs, chemicals in it that can cause cancer. How is it that food that can cause cancer and kill, augment your body, your DNA, how's that being sold to people to consume? That should be a crime in itself, a crime against humanity, right?
Because our entire system has been bought by corporations. It's a sad truth. At the end of the day, when you sit back and you look at the things that are like any processed food, it's disgusting, some of the things that are in there. Like what was it? I think Purina dog food was putting trace amounts of what equated to be antifreeze in the dog food.
I remember
it was polyethylene glycol or whatever. I'm like, that's fucking antifreeze.
That's antifreeze.
But they're people don't look at what the heck they're buying anymore, me included. You go and you buy raviolis for your kids that say Chef Boyardee on, because we become accustomed to trusting these name brands, and then not only do we trust name brands, but then we're like, oh, Walmart Great Value brand, or whatever friggin' other generic brand, because we're cheap bastards. And then we scoff at the idea of paying for something that's organic, which again, I've never read the organic labels. I assume that since they're labeled as organic, they're supposed to be legit.
Hey, I'm gonna say this here, and I ain't gonna say their name because I won't be sued. But it's a popular. I used to love snack cakes.
KFC.
I used to love snack cakes. Until I seen in the ingredients, it said organic. They consider sawdust as being organic. It has sawdust in it, bro. Sawdust in the snack cake, dog.
That would be organic though,
because it was wood chips. I was like, what the? Boy, I said, boy, they play on words, boy. Like every word got two. The English dictionary got too many double meanings.
But honestly, do you still buy them and eat them, or did you stop buying them because of that?
I stopped buying them. I don't eat it. I don't eat it, bro. Listen, I stopped
I got
drinking milk.
hold on. I got to ask you this. So the fact that they were putting in sawdust as a filler, which is probably the cleanest thing in there to begin with, is what made you go, I ain't eating this shit no more.
The idea of sawdust. I don't know what type of sawdust is. That sawdust contaminated, or you don't know what. Every time I ever see sawdust, it is nothing clean about it.
It's not the antifreeze or anything that could be in there, right?
Antifreeze tastes good though. No.
By the way, guys, I'm gonna say if you ever start getting a drink from your lady,
they changed the recipe. They changed the recipe of antifreeze. The sweetness that can kill you. That nigga. They changed the antifreeze to it. They changed the recipe to it because
did they really?
Antifreeze used to be the number one thing to
yeah.
The number one thing to what I was going to say to
kill somebody with.
Yeah, you just kill somebody's dog with. You put a little antifreeze on a weenie, let it soak all night, and you give it to them, and you see that baby in the backyard stiff. You know what I'm saying? There was some things that used to go on like that,
It'll cause internal bleeding, and you just bleed out. It's awful. Because that's what I used to tell people, like, hey, your lady's mad at you, huh? Well, if she gives you anything to drink that tastes sweeter than normal or shouldn't be sweet at all, don't drink it. Put antifreeze in that shit. She's trying to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd always laugh. I'm like, hey, if you get something sweet, you're gonna think of me, and then you'd be like, fuck, barbecue might be right. This bitch is trying to kill me. But now if they took that out of there, that kind of makes me nervous because I've been known to make a woman mad from time to time. If this bitch is trying to kill me, I don't want to be drinking. Here, hun, have a drink. Thanks. And if it's not going to be sweet anymore because they decided to change it, that's like making friggin' works bombs, because they took the whatever the fuck the stuff was out of the out of the works to make it react with aluminum foil. Like, what the shit?
Yep. It's like what Joe Voss said, it's the fillers. And that's the thing. Everything got a filler in it. Nothing is natural no more. Because I ate, I'm from Louisiana, so I grew up eating sugar cane. I was just talking to Life in Baton Rouge. He was like, bro, I'm driving by this sugar cane field. I never ate sugar cane. I said, bro, ain't nothing like eating sugar cane. Is it purple or is it green? He said, it's green. I said, it ain't ready yet. But ain't nothing like chopping a piece of sugar cane and eating it. Eating the sugar cane, because we used to eat the sugar cane. You get the chew on the stick, and you bite on the sugar cane. You can bite on the sugar cane piece, keep a piece of sugar cane in your mouth, and get the sweetness out of it all day long. And it wasn't no side effects. But see, with high fructose corn syrup, hey, I got a mass up under my arm. When they did a biopsy on it, they was like it was high fructose corn syrup. It was a lot of fillers that my body didn't know how to get rid of, so it found the weak spot of my body and coagulated in it. And they couldn't just cut it out because of the nerves in my arm. But you know what I'm saying? Like molasses, like he just said, molasses and cakes. That's great. Yeah, because that's natural. Like bleached sugar is not even good for you. Brown sugar, sugarcane sugar is like a tan color. A tan color, like good sugar is tan.
Bug, the more we learn about you, the more we find out your body does some weird shit.
Yeah, it does.
Getting nosebleeds from black mold, friggin' can't get rid of all these fillers and stuff, so just like metastasize it under your arm. It's a good thing you ain't gay, because if you got a dick stuck in your ass, you'd friggin' grow a dick out of your armpit.
Sometimes you just don't respond to ignorance. Sometimes you just don't even respond to it. You just let it go. Just
like, did you just fucking say that? Like, yep, sure did.
I know what you said. I heard it when it came out your mouth the first time. I said, yeah, he waiting on the response. Not gonna get one today, homeboy. Not even gonna respond to it. But man, I'm telling you, but I'm just saying, I'm a weird dude. Like, I have a hypersensitive nose. I smell shit that the average person won't smell before they smell it. I smell it before they say something. And they be like, man, you tripping next day. I smell it. Yeah, bro, I smelled that shit 5 minutes ago. That shit stink. Like, my body's different. And I'm in tune with my body, though. Like, it was something. One time I was talking to Mika one time, and she was just like, I said, I'm going to get sick. And I know what I need to do to stop it. And I got a little regimen that I take, and it'll stop it. Like, I've been sick the other day, and I caught it. Did my little regimen. Now I'm feeling a whole lot better. It's just my sinuses draining backwards instead out my damn nose. That's the only part that's really been messing me up for the last year or so. Is instead of my sinus draining out my nose, your nose run, it's running down my throat. You know what I'm saying? It's going backwards.
Yep.
And that's bad because
that fucks in your ears and stuff.
Stomach. Yeah, in my ears, that exactly. It's like I always got water in my ears that goes into my stomach, so that's disgusting. And that's what that's the bad business about it, and that what been keeping me kind of sick. So that bothered me, but I know my body, so I'm in tune with my body, so I know, I know. Just put it like that, I know. So the average other person probably don't know, but I'm in tune with mine. And certain things are warn me ahead of time that I know what I need to do to take precautions to stop it. How far down your throat is it going? See, you can't say nothing about throat. See, you started this.
No, I left that one alone because it was too easy. Who left that comment?
Joe Bar.
High five.
To my high five. No high five. And that's true. Eating candy do make you sickly. Because this what happened to me like in I think this was 2010. 2010, I had got jumped and got my jaw broke, right? Yep. And that's what it was doing, like making me sick to my stomach, y'all, because it go in my stomach. But the microplastics too. That's why I drink out of glass. Like to this day, I drink out of glass. I try to drink out of glass. I've been buying my stuff. Anything I can buy in glass, I try to get it in glass. But when I get sick, bro, all this stuff, bro, I don't drink milk. I haven't ate ice cream in 6 years. I haven't drunk milk in 5. I don't do milk. I'm trying to get out the cheese because all those mucus from cows, they let so much mucus go inside the milk. So I'm saying, so I try to stay away from that stuff, but I've been trying to do better with my eating, and now they make it so hard. They make it so hard to where you damn near got to grow your own stuff, bro.
You need to find somewhere that sells raw milk. That's what you need to find.
I don't want no milk, period, bro.
Oh, come on.
I want no milk, period. I'll eat cereal. I'll eat, ice
Just
cream.
go get it straight from the tip.
I don't want none of that. And
crawl under the cow, wipe off the cow shit.
Look, he said try to avoid reheating food in plastic containers because the plastic can seep into your food. It's just like cooking with aluminum foil.
Only if they're using the wrong plastic. And there's plastics rated for food grade consumption. There's plastics rated for not. Actually, there's a whole line of ratings for plastic, but anything like your Coca-Colas or anything like that, they're coming in a food grade plastic.
I don't know because barbecue. Now the plastic on the soda bottles feel like the water bottles. They soft.
Yeah.
They soft, and I said
all that is making it thinner.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to do anything to change the properties of it, though, to make it leach into your food or not. That's all stuff that I researched back when I was doing the barbecue catering stuff. That way, I can make sure I wasn't getting anybody sick. And I was on a forum the one time, and they're like, whoa, before you go and use those plastic bins you got, you need to make sure that they are rated for food. I was like, what? And so I had to go down that rabbit hole. And you know how they got like the little recycle symbol?
Yeah.
So inside that recycle symbol is a lot of times a number. And if you look at that number, you can look up the type of plastic that is.
Yeah. What's up, Silverback Tactical? Like, man, I try like I try to be conscientious of what I put in my body. So, you know,
100%.
yeah, and what people don't understand, the biggest organism you have is your skin. You got to be very, very cautious what you put on your skin. Like with these lotions and all that stuff, you got to be. This dude here, he's my fresh coochie juice, real official. That's why you're gonna go home with your neck burnt. You're gonna have gonorrhea in your neck.
Smelling like piss.
Yeah, the PFAs and the BPAs. And so, man, I just try. I try to be conscientious of what I put on my skin, what I put in my body. You know what I'm saying? And I know just by being in certain situations, you know, I know what certain things is because I remember the reaction that I got when I was in this situation the first time. You feel me? And so I know when it mold, my sinuses hate mold, period. Like I went into a friend of my house and their house got it got quarantined because it was condemned because of the black mold. They said it was nothing they could do. They had to tear the house down. And the same feeling I get when I went in their house is the same feeling I'm getting from the bathroom. Look at this fool say, heat that up real slow for health reasons. Heat to my cooch. Nothing wrong with penicillin. Man, what is wrong with y'all? Maurice, what is wrong with y'all, bro? What DJ, what do we got going on, man? These
Nothing
dudes
wrong
in
with
the comment
penicillin.
section on, man, barbecue, you bring out the worst in everybody. But yeah,
This ain't
man.
even Freaky Friday, penicillin and shit.
Hey, this ain't
And
even
it's say,
freaking.
next thing you know, you got guys out there saying they're going to want to go out like Easy E.
Oh no, man, I don't want none of that.
Nope.
I
Let's
pass. I
say,
don't want no gangster. But barbecue, what you think though? Do you think that people should be armed now? What you think?
oh, fuck yeah. Let's say, not just now. They should have been armed before. They should have been armed decades ago, centuries ago, etc. And forever. As long as we live in a world where there are centralized governments that rule over the people, everybody should be armed. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And hell, even after we live in a world, if that ever comes, where there aren't centralized governments, people are still going to need to be armed because at the end of the day, there's still evil in the world and there's still people that wish to do harm to others and take advantage of others and prey upon people. That's never going to change. That's just natural human, I don't want to say instincts, but behavior. Unfortunately, there are just people who are not savory, I guess we could say. And you one way or another, you're going to have to defend yourself against those people.
Bro, listen to these fools. This say everyone has arms. Those don't we don't call art. But Joe, you stupid. He said this is what happens when white guy joins the chat.
Y'all like it?
Yeah, they
make
like
it brighter up in this bitch.
They some haters, man. We ain't worry about them dudes.
I say it's all dark, and then barbecue gets in here, and that light just hits my skin, and the light just disperses. You're like, oh fuck, we can see. I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to really be funny or not, but after I said it, I was like, that just didn't come out the same way that I envisioned it to be funny or not. So, like, y'all can poo-poo on that one.
These dudes, it ain't even fucking Friday, bro. So, Guns Don't Argue said, Bug, when you go into a department store, can you smell the carpet's not clean? If so, I know exactly. Yeah, dead serious. Like, bro, I can smell. I used to work for the Paramount, and it used to be the World Trade Center, and it was the Paramount in Dallas. They tore it down now. They put Children's Medical Center there. We used to work at the Paramount, and I was an EVS Tech 2, which I came and buffed the floors. My partner, he did the gondolas. He used to pick up the trash, but I buffed the floors and I cleaned the Great Hall. It was asbestos full. It was full of asbestos. And I used to come in the Great Hall, and after we have a prom or somebody had some dinner or something, and if I didn't have to work and whoever they had working that night didn't just go and clean the stuff when it was over, and then next following week I have to come clean about Wednesday for Friday, you can smell it. And y'all can understand what happens. Paramount is dark. So you know what's happening on that couch. I swear to God, that couch probably got a million strands. It had a million strands of DNA on it. But I used to smell it, bro. And it's like when I could smell it, and I used to tell my boss peeped it. And he was just like, hey man, we need you to go up on 13th floor and see what's going on. I'll go up on the floor. Oh man, it stank up here, bro. Okay, well, you can clean it. Clean the carpet. I was like, damn, my goddamn nose. Because I ain't smelled nothing. I said, man, that thing is dirty, man. You need to clean it. Don't do the program up there if you can't. It stank up there. When you get up there, that's your floor. And so I spent the whole shift cleaning the floor, cleaning the whole floor. And I was like, damn. I put myself in a situation. But then again, it was cool because I can do it. I can do it in 4 hours and have 4 hours to check off, be in the parking lot doing other stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, man, my nose, like I can go in the dirty store. Like I don't go into stores and I don't go shopping. And I tell, like, they think, my mom and them think, because I don't like, one, I don't like to be in there, take too long. But for two, all the scents that I smell, bro, it drive me crazy. It be too much going on. And it be killing my nose. You got twat over here, mustard dude over there, perfume, the aerosols they use to try to keep the store clean, the bad air, the still recycle air, like it just drive me crazy. So I just sit in my car, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I just sit in my car. Man, well, it was a Victorian couch, bro. They weren't gonna keep buying no damn couch, bro. I think that couch had been in the Paramount since the Paramount opened, bro. So, but it was a nice ass Victorian couch. It was a damn good. It took that extruder, the extruder 2, the Eagle extruder 2. It took, and that thing sucked probably like 50 pounds. You could actually see the man, baby, pull your hand and pull your skin off your hand. It used to suck so hard. But man, that thing it cleaned very well.
You got her number?
Nah, man, I wouldn't even want no suction like that. That's too much suction. Like, oh Lord, I don't want no suction like that. But yeah, but I took the thing home. That's one thing I loved about that job. They allow you to sign out the equipment. I signed out some of the equipment that I used at work, and when it cleaned my whole apartment. And when I cleaned my whole apartment and cleaned my furniture, it helped with my sinuses because I got bad sinuses, bro. Like my allergies is horrible. Like my eyes are black because it's like I got beat up because my allergies has been going off. The bathroom been killing me. It's been weird because I just shut the damn door, like get some fresh air in there and shut the door. But it made my eyes turn black and made them puff up yesterday. I was looking like somebody beat me up. But it was crazy. But man, since we always drift far from topic, but Bug snipped the couch to see if it smell like. No, Ray, man, this is Wednesday. This is not Friday. Come in here Friday and you can ask me stuff like that. God, dog. Bro, y'all get on my nerve. Yeah, I changed the filters at the crib. Like, I change them. They say every 30 days. I change them business every 2 weeks. Like, yeah, once I see a little dirt on it, it's got to go. But I just tell everybody, man, get some type of training. Get familiar with a firearm. Get familiar with weapons. Learn how to use your hands. Learn how to throw punches where you can, you know what I'm saying? With one, learn how to defend yourself and defend your family because you don't know. Learn how to use a blade weapon. And that's some extra training I'm going to start taking is use bladed weapons because them skills come in handy. And your hand-to-hand combat, mace. Learn how to use mace effectively. The knife, something. Look, this dude to my I collect fat chicks panties. Man, collected panties.
Is that DJ? Probably
20
DJ.
years. Nah, that's Ray Official. See, Ray Official, his wife allowing him to come in the chat right now and talk shit. You know what I'm saying? I hate people like that. You know what I'm saying?
I know how that goes.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I have to worry about an old lady that doesn't let me do what I want, because I'm like, fuck that shit. I ain't getting no old lady that do that shit. Nope. Not me.
Me neither. It say, dude, it ain't in my nature. I'm a buck. I'm a rebellious person, so I can't. I won't conform. You know,
Bullshit. We know Mika says jump. You say how high.
I wish you would tell me to jump. You got a pocket for that. Tell me to my jump. Boy, y'all gonna make me start cussing. Nah, man, we don't play them games over here, man. No, we don't do that. You can ask me something, I'll do it, but you ain't gonna tell me. Throw a punch in your elbow. I do that, bruh. That's called two-piece. When you two-piece, when you hit them with them knuckles, it's just one lick. And when you hit them with that elbow, you put that elbow with this shoulder into it and bust them and break that jaw. You hit them right across that jaw, just
Bust it.
Just right here and just bust that shit up. Now you throw that uppercut, two-piece. You know, that's how Mike Tyson knocking people out with them elbows. Try to tell you that man, my brother went to the penitentiary, came home, punched me like that one good time, bro. Oh yeah, it just took one time. He wasn't gonna hit me no more. Oh hell no! Boop. I saw stars. I was like, man, what you just hit me with? You hit me with a stick. You hit me with his elbow, man. Magnified in the background. You said you got a picture of airborne dust magnified in the background. Man, shut up. Shut up, Maurice. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just stay on topic. Y'all talking about fat chick draws, bug collect, fat chick panties, chick draws. Man, you know what? Then here you come. Don't come here with this mess, Ray.
You know what?
Hey,
Go ahead.
hey, y'all know what? Y'all
What?
lucky my wife's sitting right here, because if she
I know
wasn't
it.
sitting here, I'd tell y'all kiss my ass. I don't cuss in front of my wife.
Say, stop, because barbecue might take you up on your offer. But listen.
No, he ain't that lucky.
Y'all some bitches.
Now, if he slipped me a 20, we'd talk. $20, especially today. Like, shit.
Wait a minute. Joe said ask about the raisins. What you mean about the raisins, Joe? What you
Those
mean?
are called dingleberries, not raisins.
Okay. Yeah, one ready. What's up, Ray, man? What you think, Ray? How you feel?
About what?
Tell me how you feel, brother.
About what?
About the topic. Deuce Couture.
Oh no, man! Shoot, come on. Even before all this stuff was going on, I mean, we still should, stay armed. I mean, it's a crazy world we live in, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true, man. It's real crazy. It's real crazy, bro. Like, I know have things been changing in your neck of the woods? I know you said you don't really go nowhere.
No, it's getting worse, man. I mean, now we got these young kids out here carjacking, man. I mean, they just they had a 13-year-old who was trying to carjack somebody last week, and he ended up he carjacked the what was it a federal security guard, and the security guard shot him, and he was 13. His friend, they just got his friend the other day. I think it was yesterday. His friend was 12 years old. So
God damn.
these people losing their minds out there. These kids, man. They're just doing shit that doesn't make any sense.
Damn,
I really don't know how the hell.
This was like 3 o'clock in the morning, I think.
What the hell they doing outside of 3? What they fucking parents said, bro?
That's the question, dude. And then the thing, what always happens, man, is that when this stuff happens, people start putting, oh, he was a good kid, he was this, he was that, and everything. But it's like this little motherfucker out there at 3 o'clock in the damn morning.
He had no business out at 3 o'clock in the morning.
He ain't too good. And then they said the thing is, the police said they knew him from a string of robberies that he committed last summer. He took and carjacked a car and said this joker went on a robbery spree last summer. He was 12 at the time. So yeah, man, it's not getting any better, man. I mean, these kids now look at this shit like it's a damn video game.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You
I
know?
promise to God. I was just talking to my nephew earlier today, and his little friend look disrespectful. Like his little friend is like the type of little dude that you get and you put him in a room with bricks and you just go down there and kick his ass until you get tired, and then you leave, and then you give him some food and water, and then you go back upstairs, play the game, rest up, go back down there and kick his ass some more. Like he one of them type of little dudes. They don't believe wild bears shit in the woods. But
Talk
this
about,
was
bug. You tying up kids in your basement?
no, I'm just
You
saying he
have to
one of
start
them.
asking some questions.
Nah, he one of them little dudes that you'll do that to. He one of them little dudes that you have to do something to him because they don't think it can happen to him. You understand where I'm coming from? Y'all understand where I'm
Oh,
coming from?
100%. No, I know what you're saying, bug.
Yeah, he one of them little boys that just to savor the moment, you wouldn't want to just give it to him one time and let him go. You'll put him up and get him an IV. You know how? Just put it like this: people have set up IVs for people that they did some, they did a lot of bodily harm to make sure that they didn't die, just to keep them alive. He one of them little dudes that you'll do like that. But all they was talking about is slide. Oh, you ain't gonna get in the car. You ain't gonna put in no work. Like, man, that's what, dude. Do you understand? It's money out here. It's cars. It's jewelry. It's clothes. It's vagina. Do you understand? Vagina is awesome. They not focused on it. They focus on who can I kill and let everybody know I did it.
Yeah,
Fucking
this
world
shit
lost,
is a
bro.
game to him, man. It's a
And it's a
game. And
game.
see,
And you know who I blame?
Maurice is up. I guess he's up in this area too. I
Yeah, he in the
mean,
DMV.
think about it.
Maurice in
A
DMV.
couple
He's
of
not too far from you, Ray.
I think 2 weeks ago they had a 15-year-old girl who did the same thing. Her and her, I think this was a stepsister or whatever, went out there and carjacked, called up a Uber or whatever it was, and carjacked the Uber car, man. And then one of the females ended up, uh, I guess they both got in an accident or something like that. But one of them ended up dying from that accident. That's what I'm saying. These
Mhm.
kids are just doing dumb shit, dude.
And
Just a
you know
whole
what?
lot of dumb shit.
And I'm gonna say this. Even with my nephew, you know who I blame? My brother and his mama. My brother's his daddy. I blame my brother and I blame his mama. That child, the way that child lives, because I remember when that little boy was little, and my mama used to stay with my brother. And my mama said, that boy need his ass whooped. Don't let him say anything. They just let him say anything to grown folks, wouldn't check him and nothing. Not all that's coming back to hunt them. And now he just out here. He was a suburban kid. Like you didn't grow in none of the shit. We grew up where orange extension cords was ran across yards and shit. When people had to put the water meter back, take the water meter out in the morning time before the meter man come read the meters, and then when the meter man read the meter, then you can put it back in for the rest of the month. You ain't never experienced none of that. You ain't never experienced candles in your room to see, but you want to live like that. You want to glorify that. That ain't nothing to glorify. I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
So I gotta ask, like, with kids like that, has anybody ever just tried to, kind of take them under your wing and say, "Yo, young buck, I realize what you are seeing out there, but let me show you
You can't.
how I went down that road. This is the life I have now."
Hey, barbecue. I come from a nasty ass road. You feel me? Filthy
Mm-hmm.
road, unpaved. You feel me?
Yep.
I tried to tell them that ain't what they don't give a damn about that, because anything that I try to show him and his friends gonna go undo all that together when I'm not looking.
Well, but that's my point too, is be that mentor that he's clearly missing
Okay, but
in
this the
his life.
thing: to be a mentor, and tell me if I'm wrong, Ray. You got to have respect.
Yeah.
If you don't got no respect, it ain't nothing I can tell you. Okay, this what this little young partner tell me today on
Well,
FaceTime.
they're not gonna respect the older people. They respect their friends who are out there doing the same stupid shit. That's what they respect. So you could sit now. I'm not saying all of them because what happened is that say there might be 10 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, out of that 10, you might reach one. All right,
Yeah.
so if you
And
reach
so
that
that's what
one
I
or
was
whatever,
getting at too,
yeah,
is I realize you can't save them all.
yeah, you can't save them all because I mean they're going to sit there and they're going to follow that path, and that's it. Doesn't matter, what your background is. I mean, you could have, me and my wife could sit there and say we had like 5 kids or something like that. There's a chance that not all 5 of them are going to do the right thing. One might get hooked to the wrong shit or whatever, but you can't blame us for that. You blame that child. That child made that decision to sit there and go and do some stupid shit.
Yep.
Because I mean, we've all done that. I mean, hell, me and my little brother, we suburban kids, military kids, and shit like that. But we done some stupid ass shit when we were younger. But then we got to a certain age, it's like, man, hell, we gonna go to jail for this shit. So we was like, nah, we had to change the mindset. Because the thing is, hell, unless you, I mean, you have to realize, like some of these kids don't. Is when you go to jail, you got a motherfucker sitting there telling you when to take a shit, when to take a shower, when
Mm-hmm.
it's time to get up, when it's time to go to sleep, you know, all that shit, all the shit they don't want right now, they're gonna have somebody else telling them what to do,
Yep.
But yeah, you can't save everyone, man. I mean, if you save one, I mean, hell, you just done a whole world of work or whatever you want to, however you put it, you know, you did your job.
So to piggyback what Ray was talking about, right? And then what you brought up, Bug, you basically when you sitting behind that wall, you basically are the living dead.
Yep.
Like you sitting there, but you don't account for shit besides on the tax dollar, the taxpayer dollar, right? So you get in where you fit in if you feel like it, right? With regards to leadership. So I coach my son's 12U team, and I sit up here the last 2 to 3 years dealing with these cats. I'm gonna use that word. These young
Mm-hmm.
men, and in turn, you start recognizing that these little dudes they manipulating and running these households at a certain
Yep.
extent and a point. I'm like,
Yep.
I talk to these parents and to have real conversation with these dudes, parents, and I'm like, he's coming. Why is he coming to practice late? Well, he's trying to gather up his stuff, and then he's fiddle farting around the house and fucking around and doing X, Y, Z. So you mean to tell me what time does he get home? He gets home around 4 o'clock. Practice starts at 6:30. Why the hell his ass is fucking around at the house after he finishes homework, getting something to eat in his belly? Why he ain't at practice? Oh, because mama or daddy or it's just mama is sitting up here listening to him whine and complain about coming out to practice. You know why? Because I'm putting my foot in his ass. My son, same thing too. I count all 18, 19 of them. I ain't never look. Some of these I would have probably shot on the ground versus busting, but I
Mm-hmm.
consider my sons. So when you come out here and you playing around, you joking around, you screwing over your brothers. You ain't screwing over the coach, but it
Mm-hmm.
start
Mm-hmm.
at the
Mm-hmm.
house. This is the small man. My pops told me you can't swear for nobody but yourself. What you instill in your child, you instill in them as a teaching, a learning
Mm.
point, whatever
But you got
method that you try to put into them, but they have the final decision because we're all given free will. You don't want them to go out here and carjack nobody, right? But in turn, who knows what the little naphead other or whoever else mug that they run up across to be like, oh well, we're gonna do this today. Well, why? And in turn, if you're not built like that, because again, like Ray official said, it's like, yo, growing up in Baltimore, man, are you fucking kidding me? I don't want to. I'm not trying to put my child back into that situation where I had to get it out the mud, but they don't understand it to a degree because they didn't have to sacrifice and fight and scrap and scrape to get those things that I don't want them to have to for where I had to get it from. But in turn, I'm going to put you into a situation where, yeah, you don't get everything you ask for based upon request. Are you out your mind? Like, no, you got to put in some work. You ain't got to put in no work in those streets, but you gonna put in some work.
The other thing you get too is these parents that give their kids too many choices. You know,
Right.
What they want to do. Oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that, or whatever. You know, it's not. No, it shouldn't be that way.
Man,
you know?
let me
If
tell you
you're
like
sitting
this.
there, you know, if you sign up, say your kids sign up and want to go play sports and shit like that, you don't already pay for that shit.
Get
And
your
say this
ass
kid
out
gets
there
home,
and do it.
Yeah, get the fuck up. We going to do sports.
Man, my
That's what
pops
you want
told
to
me.
do.
He told me, "I'm your father. I'm not your friend." And that's the same exact message I tell my kids. I don't give a damn. Look, so what? You don't like me right now. Oh man, I'm gonna lose sleep tonight. I'll be got as long as you winning in this thing called life at this juncture, at this level, then I can sleep soundly at night. The thing is, when you're not making, I'm putting you through tasks and tests from what I understand as being a black man growing up. And then to get you to the point to prep you to understand where you need to be at and be doing the right thing. Now, is everything gonna fall into place and be copacetic for you? No, it's not. But in turn, your your response to the reaction of how this world is going to treat you is going to teach you how to survive this thing called life, whether it be my daughters or my son. Also, that's the same obligation I put in task I put on these young men who come on this football team or whatever I'm involved in. I'm like, hey man, it's gonna be tough out here. But what are you to do? Are you to fold, or are you to continue to make leeway, make headway for yourself? Look for the light.
You gotta put your foot down, man. That's the whole thing. Put your foot down in your household. See, I mean, and this is how it goes in mine. Like I'm sitting here right now, my wife's sitting here. I sit there and yell, "Baby, go in there and make me a sandwich right now." She gonna look at me crazy for a little while, but then she gonna make it tomorrow. I mean, that's how it go. You know, you put your foot down.
Right. You only got an hour and 23 minutes left for it to be tomorrow. But right, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that she recognizes where.
Hell no, she look like she getting ready to go. She gonna get that knife to cut my ass.
Oh well, hell.
So,
just don't turn on
if
don't turn on the camera.
No more.
Look, just don't turn on the camera because nobody want to be a witness.
If she cut you
right here in the DMV. So if you hear about a dude getting stabbed in Stafford or whatever,
it'll be on Channel 5.
All right, you can leave the camera on. I can't see shit no more, anyways.
Maurice, if he do get stabbed, just let me know so I can go section off his lawn and bring this shit on down here.
Say he a donor.
If the police ask me, I saw nothing.
Leave that life alone.
About 3 inches. I'm still in that lawn.
But
and your lunch, yeah.
We get some punk ass manipulated parents that are afraid of their kids. Man,
my brother,
we should not be afraid of leading our legacy. We can't be afraid of.
I'm a punch.
We have to have an opportunity where of course, we're not always going to be of the age to be like, yo, I'm going to whoop your ass. No, when you
that's why you have money so you can pay other people to do it.
And in turn, that's one way. But in turn, the other way should be, okay, well, we having that dialogue. We having that conversation. That little ignorant ass friend that's to your nephew, you know, that's something he got to figure out, hopefully before it become too late, where he got to be like, yo, I got to leave this nigga alone based upon like, okay, my uncle, he trying to instill in me some sort of knowledge, right? He's 17, or you know, his clique is around that age. It's like, yo,
17, 20.
you need to understand, like, okay, some people recognize and respect OG game. Some folk just is like, okay, well, you can almost guarantee he gonna be a chalk outline.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Oh,
you
that's
want
what
to
he
be
told
the
me. He said, yeah, this is what he said, exact word. So old ass nigga, old ass, fat ass nigga, shut the fuck up. I said, nigga,
so
who you talking to?
so in turn, he either wants to be the chalk outline, or somebody around him in his close network is going to be, because of his mouth and his understanding of, or his disrespect of the game. You get around folks, and you have to get around individuals who are in your camp, in your base, that's smarter than you. Okay. And even if it's not the folks that you looking at, your peers across from you, it might be an uncle, it might be a pops, it might be a grandpa, it might be somebody on your level that's just like, yo, I really need to understand what he's saying, because I respect him, because he been there where I'm at. He's at this point, whether he 50, 60, whatever. He just surpassed where I'm at right now. How did he get there?
But see,
Yep.
that's what bothered me, is because one minute my nephew, he'll get it, and then the next minute he don't. And I told him something. I told him this why I ain't even give up on him, because the lady told me, I don't know why you ain't hang up that phone. I'd have been hung up the phone. I said, well, you can't. You can't. I said, they trying to Jones on me. They can't, you can't manipulate me. Like, I don't care what you say, you can't. Man, I'm when you 40, you don't give a fuck what nobody think. When you 60, you know what I'm saying, you
It
really
get
don't
even
give a fuck
worse.
about nothing. It's worse. So because I realized that you motherfuckers didn't care about me in the first place. So
Right.
now listen. So they were Jones, and they was like, you mad? I said, no, boy, I don't get mad. And then I just say something outlandish to him. But I tell him though, I've been through everything that y'all talking about. You ain't gonna slide, you ain't gonna slide. I said, well, look, little daddy, when I was active, you don't know about it, right?
Right.
And he was like, no, nobody don't know nothing about you. I said, well, do that make me more dangerous or less dangerous? You something to think about. I said, you telling everybody your business, they don't do nothing to make it easy for anybody to just tell on you and get you caught up on the conspiracy. I said, you better think about how the laws work. When did you say, Uncle Bug, learn your time? If you sue somebody, what they do? I said, well, I know in Texas, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon carry 5 to 99.
And see,
5 to 99.
if
So if you
ele-
shoot somebody, 5 to 99. Know your
elevated
crime, know your time.
elevated understanding, it's like, well, how the hell do you even recognize to research, or even to know, or to have that information to be accessible to you? You like a street. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't know the law, but you like a street attorney. I'm giving you information to say, okay, well, hey, it's 5 to 99 if you XYZ. If somebody drops something off to you, it's like, hey, why are they giving it to me? Hey, because you a juvenile. You're not gonna do no time. You, if anything, you go to juvie. I do. You ain't got like I gotta take care of your family. You wasn't bringing no money into the household, so some grown Negro. Hey, you ain't got no. You won't have no prize. Hey, if I do X, Y, and Z, they gonna let you off. Hey, you walk with the gun, or you walk with this, or whatever the case may be, because you have no prize. And they like, oh well, yeah. All right, I'll take care of you, or whatever your legal expenses. See, this is the thing where these kids, they robust with regards to being stupid. And so it's like,
Real talk. Real
yo,
talk.
how can you got just talk, like I said, with regards to the juvenile shit is really messing with me, as far as it's like, yo, you got kids out here between the ages of like 12 and like the age of 17, 16 that's out
Ruthless.
over here just like, hey man,
Ruthless.
I'm ready to do whatever. But in turn, do y'all recognize that when you die, there is no reset button?
Nope. That's it. There's no reset button. There's no spawning to another life or whatever, to another playing field. There ain't none of that shit. Once you dead, that's it. You're
Dead.
gone.
You
Yeah.
out of here. Ain't no
You
restart.
ain't coming back.
Ain't no power back up.
No.
Nah, hell no.
You
You
done.
power back up, but when you go to the hospital because you almost died.
Say, and then what type of injuries did you sustain to try to? I mean, like shit, nigga. They didn't connected your
Hey,
hip bone to your damn liver bone. Like what the hell you do?
Yeah,
What like what?
shit. You pushing yourself around in a wheelchair
Man,
with a damn shit bag on side
bag
of
ex-
you.
on.
you can't
Right.
You
even
know,
walk, and you 20 something years old. Like,
You
but you
watching
they
A-List,
paralyzed.
Dinglings the rest of your life. You rolling up the people private parts the rest of your life, depending on how tall you is.
Like
Your
man,
face is in somebody's penis or their vagina all day long. You know what
but
I'm saying?
what type of type of life you living? So I mean, we sit down and we talk about stuff as far as like to go back to your original question. Should you carry a firearm? Should you arm yourself? Man, I asked my group, I asked my circle, and they think, like this nigga Maurice is nuts. I asked them a question. I said, and I think I might have sent it to you, Tack. I said,
Mhm.
if you needed to get from point A to point B, who could you trust and count on in your group, in your circle, who is
You
legally
sent me that
armed?
question.
Right. Who
You
is
sent it to me.
legally armed, who is uh, uh legally armed to get you to that particular area? Who would you call? Who would you count on? And that's not because it's like, oh well, that's some bullshit. No, 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 no. It's coming down the pike, bro. You might
Mhm.
have to search and count on some folks that have special skill sets to get you. Joval be touching on this shit on another level. But I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, who can you in your group, in your area, be like, okay, if I needed to travel down, let's say for instance, if I had to travel down North Carolina, South Carolina on some roads, who the
Mhm.
fuck can I get the hell out of Maryland with that can have certain uh skill sets and traits that can, who's the young lady with the bug out bag? Lord, I forgot the young lady name. Mm, mm, mm. But she telling you like, hey, you need to pack this, you need to put this in, how much ammo, what type of guns stuff, shit like that. You have to
yeah,
think about stuff
different
like that.
skill sets.
Talking
Right.
about carbon cue.
You need the skill
Yes.
sets.
Thank you. Carbon Q. She
Yeah,
gives
because
you it's like you have to think about shit like that. Cause guess what? That day could come. The way we going right now, man,
It might be around the corner. We might wake up and it might be in the morning.
bruh, that's
Cause
real.
cause I
yeah,
said like this here.
everyone has to have a job. I mean, that's like, you know, you can shoot, but what if you get shot? Can you take and
Mhm.
triage yourself? Probably not. If you're out there in the woods and stuff like that, and you've never been hunting, can you go out there, clean a deer or something like that, or clean some wild game or something like that? Probably not, because you don't have that skill set. That's why you want to get the people who do and have them in your inner circle just in case some shit ever happens,
Right.
you know?
That's real. I mean, we have to have it's kind of it's I'm gonna say kind of sad, but it's real. It's like, okay, well, somebody intruded into your home invaded, right? You have passwords, code words to allow, like to signal to your family members. If you have young family members or wife, or just like code words like, hey, what to do. You know what I'm saying? This is real stuff that we need to talk about. We need to prep our families with, because we don't know. We're leading up to a situation that is real key, okay, over again in Israel and the Middle East with regards to Hamas and then
Mhm.
everything else. That's going to affect, people need to recognize it is going to affect the US one way or the other.
It's
Hmm.
affecting us now,
It's
whether
affecting
you
us
know it or
now.
not.
I told a homeboy of mine who worked for the Secret Service. He's like, I'm like, damn, this is like about 6 weeks ago. I said, this shit gonna affect damn ammo costs. He was like, if you're gonna buy, pull the trigger now, because guess what? You need to do it now, because anything that you start looking for, he said, especially for 223-556, rounds is going to go up because
Yep.
when you start going overseas, that's the and also he was telling me about 7.62 by 39 and IWY and stuff like that. In turn, shit, you start looking at it's like okay, well, it was on the fringe cost back then. Man, that shit
Oh,
is I'm like
762, $15 down here.
yeah,
$15 for AK bullets.
and that's still
Man,
like
that's
you
crazy.
man, it's in turn this war that Biden and his blindism will find us to be in a part of. It's gonna happen, and so in turn, it's what's gonna do for the American public. Everything gonna go up. Prices, oil, ammo, anything exports. They're shutting down export from places that we are even have friendlies with. Like this is the type of stuff that's going to affect us. Get the and this is what I was telling you, Bug. I was like having this conversation tonight makes me to think even more about before I go to that show down in Dulles. Maybe I need to go ahead on and spend that cash that I was going to spend down Dulles and just get more training on other stuff.
Which show is in Dallas?
Gun show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's how I was like, I just spend that money and just take some additional training classes because it was like, okay, between what was being said earlier, like with Jova, and then it's like, yo, I might invest that money, and just go ahead and take a couple of hours of additional training classes versus like, yo, buying another motherfucking gun or buying some more ammo. Like, well, obviously ammo to supply and feed the guns, but in turn, like, okay, because shit, we don't know how the hell this shit gonna go roll out.
Hey, can I interject one thing?
Hmm?
May I interject one thing?
Go for it.
All right. So now I would say like, and it's different for everyone. Look at your situation. Figure out like who's rolling your crew and how many people you guys support. Firearms, medical, food, everything else, right? Then, you know, say if you got 5 people in your crew that's shooters or can shoot, right? You should have say maybe 6 sets or 7 sets because shit breaks, right? You're not gonna have time to go and replace shit. You're just like, hey, Bug, here's a pistol, here's another rifle, go do that while we fix this. So start thinking about it like that. It's great to go and buy all these guns and everything else. You can only shoot 2 at a time,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now you have to look at you reach that point of diminishing returns. I just bought a staccato. I got the whole staccato line. I got the whole crink line and everything else. Well, all right. Let's say worst case comes. How are you going to carry all that shit? So you have to reach that happy balance or that happy medium, right? Um, get yourself some training. Get yourself some ammo. Get yourself some of the shit that you're going to need or you may need. I posted in there who has body armor. Body armor is a real deal, and make sure you get proper body armor that fits you and is for your use is what you intend on doing it. Someone mentioned first aid skills. Well, learn some of that shit. Go get a motherfucking start off with a box of band-aids,
Mm-hmm.
right? Understand some of that shit because if everything goes south, ain't no one coming to help you. Ain't no one coming to help you. And you guys was talking about these kids out there today and everything else. But talk to your people and talk to some of these younger kids about the genocide in Rwanda, where you had child soldiers, 7, 8, 9 years old, could barely hold up and stand up and walk, but they're slinging AK-47 fire. I think our kids we glorify and romanticize all the wrong shit. You know, um, yeah, it's different when you're fighting because it's like you got a choice. Either you fight or we cutting off your arms. And that shit's going on, man. Um,
The shit
yeah,
real.
yeah,
It's like
it's real, real.
it's like and then you have individuals. It's like, okay, you're not even here in the U.S. Not to say the kids are overall like bad, but it's like, yo, some of the kids in these other countries, like, bruh, they willing to literally, literally die for whatever they need to attain to move on in life. Here, they're like, oh well, we got Section 8, we got uh, in, uh independence, we got XYZ. Why do you think that people flock to the US of A to come and take advantage of? I don't give a shit. The poor here is like the middle class in some of these other fucking countries. Like,
More like
Yep.
the upper middle class. It's
right.
like
Yeah.
our kids here bitch because they need to get new school clothes. Kids around the world, if they could bitch because
Get a
they need
clothes.
to get food.
Right. Say they like fuck it. We don't give a shit about like, yo, you get food stamps to go to a store to go and get your refrigerator filled with some cheese you got to slice. Well, I don't, it's been a minute, or some non-sugary cereal. Like,
Well,
motherfucker, we don't have that shit. We
yeah.
don't even
Have
have a
you
market.
have you ever seen humanitarian relief aid being delivered and like kids are so malnourished that they can't eat? If you give them food, it will literally kill them, and they have to feed them intravenously.
Right.
Right. So our kids in America, man, and not all, not all, our kids be like, hey, you want this? And like, I don't eat that. Some of these kids in some of these impoverished nations,
They'd be like,
like,
I'll
hey,
fucking take that shit
yeah,
right now.
no, not even that. They'd be like, hey, you want this? They're like, I don't eat. like literally, man. It would shock you. And don't get me wrong, man. There's some impoverished and poor places where people are malnourished and shit's fucked up in the U.S. I'm not going to sit down and put on these rose-colored glasses and think that our shit's perfect. But by and large, man, we're fucking doing pretty fucking well.
Yeah. It's
Fuck,
that
hey,
spoiled
fuck it.
mentality.
We're doing damn good.
Yeah. It's just nowadays, man, these kids are spoiled as hell. I mean, you got to think about it, like you were saying. Uh, Kids sit there, they want Jordans. The parents gonna do what the hell they got to take and do to get them kids Jordan. Kids sit there and say, "Oh, I want a PlayStation 5 or whatever." Parents, "Oh, I'm gonna get them PlayStation 5." They don't give a fuck how much it costs. It might cost $1,000. They gonna sit there and get that shit for them. That's the problem. And then the thing about it, what happens is that when the kid is not doing right or whatever, and you sit there and you talk about taking it, first thing these little selfish motherfuckers yell is, "That's mine, motherfucker! Ain't nothing in this house yours."
Ain't nothing in this motherfucker
Remember
yours.
that shit. Nothing
Hey,
is yours.
not
You
not
are.
e- not even your breath is yours.
Yeah. It
I'll
ain't. It
snatch
ain't.
the fucking
It
life
ain't
out of
even.
you.
It ain't even like rent a center. This ain't no rent to own shit. I mean, right now you a guest in my motherfucking house. When your ass get older, you getting the fuck up out of here.
Yep.
You know, and that's the problem right there. Like I said, and a lot of these parents, want to be their kids' friends. I'm not your fucking friend. I'm your parent. Always remember that shit. We don't hang out. We don't do none of that shit that you and your friends do. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, if I was your friend, I'd ask to borrow $50 from you. Oh wait, you ain't got a fucking job.
Hmm.
So
What you? Yeah.
I'm
What?
really asking your mom or your dad, can I have 50 fucking dollars and your ass can't fucking pay back?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
shit. But
Yeah.
in
Nah.
turn,
What? Nah. What happen is that what they gonna do? They gonna come. Their friends gonna ask them to borrow some money. They gonna come to you to borrow the money to give to their friends.
it's,
Dumb
it's
shit like that. I mean, these kids do some stupid ass shit, man.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have to understand, like, no matter what, we recognize, at least here, it's and I think the majority of us recognize it. It's like, yo, the shit started at home. Like,
Yep.
for real. You setting parameters, you setting boundaries, you having these hard fucking conversations, like, like, for real. tonight, man, I had to, man, I'm telling, because again, I'm gonna go back to old school. Pops was like, yo, you raising a man child. This young man, he might be the size of a man, but his mentality is not developed to be a man, right? He physically is getting bigger in stature, but the development of a young boy is not at the same rate as. And I used to fight this fucking fact all the time. Like, yo, guys mature faster than, they mature at the same rate as girls. And that shit is bullshit. As I've gotten older, I'm like, no, that shit is whack. That was a stupid ass argument.
Yeah, well, it's also that emotional IQ, because if you look at it, right, and we start looking at some of these husband sons, right, with these single mothers. Now, I'm not trying to put the blame on single mothers. That's a whole nother topic, right? But when you have these single mothers or these females, these mothers treating their sons
as equals
as
or
their
like they
de facto husband,
right,
and everything else, it fucks them up because now I got this man child or I got this kid that was never told no, can do anything he wants to do, is loud talking and back talking to everyone else in the house, and he comes up on me in the streets, and like you said, he's a man child. That motherfucker 5'10", 240 pounds, and he's gonna start popping that good shit. Well, man, I'm old, right? So you know what I'm going to do to him.
Right.
I'm gonna get that motherfucker 3 magazine workout.
Right.
That motherfucker, he gonna get a 3 magazine workout, and then his mama's gonna be talking about, oh my baby,
exactly.
And now we got to get a GoFundMe to put that motherfucker in the ground. No, you should have took that motherfucking PlayStation and that motherfucking Air Jordan money and put on some fucking life insurance.
But wait, Joe,
well, you should have fucking raised him better instead of being a man child. And because these kids, they're gonna walk into the right one and they're gonna serve them up with a fucking 2-piece. And not saying that I would do it, but it's like, come on, man.
But see, that's the problem. Going back to
wait, Maurice. Let me ask Joe this. Joe, you gonna give him a 3 magazine workout?
Yeah.
What does that consist of?
Depend upon if I had a firearm. If I had a firearm, because remember, right? And these are the key words that you need to understand. Why did you fire so many times? Because I was in fear of my life, and I was afraid. I was in fear of my life. Just leave it at that, right? Because very, very, very few gunfights is a one shot, one drop, right? So you're putting effective rounds on target till the threat is ceased. That's what they teach the police. That's what the police do, right? I'm not saying I'm the police, but I am entitled to an inherent right of self-defense. And in exercising that right, that's what it might be. But see, now, I'm sorry for your loss.
This is the thing with regards to where we need to spoil shit, right? As far as when they are young pachyderms, young elephants. Young pachyderms, they don't pull away from little stumps, right? I'm sorry. They try to pull away from the little stumps that's in the ground. And then they're like, damn, I can't pull this damn stump out the goddamn ground because I'm too little. And then once they get older, those young elephants, they're like, man, I can't pull this stump out the ground because I remember when I was young, I couldn't do it. So what you need to do is to squelch that situation at the young pachyderm level. It's like, yo, you need to be respectful of your elders, an adult. If there's a question, because we do have inquisitive kids at this juncture in life, they have questions. It's like, okay, well, if you don't get it, then you need to come and talk to me as your parent, as your guardian, as the adult, to be like, okay, I can meet the same energy if there's a question that comes from a parent, a teacher, whatever the case may be, versus you thinking you can address that parent, that teacher, that other portion of quote unquote hierarchy, but also knowing this, back to Joe Ball's point, there's a lot of, oh, well, my baby can't do no wrong. He's this, he's that, he's this. And it's like, yo, he's not a false idol. He's a kid. He's you need to understand where he's at. And if you want to understand and know the truth about your child, absolutely, we can have grown adult conversation, but don't come into a situation where it's like, oh, well, he can't or she can't do no wrong, because I mean, I understand you want to protect your child, and that's what we're here for, especially as men. We're providers first and we're protectors. Okay. But you can't be in a situation where, like, oh, well, they can't do anything wrong. No, they're human beings. Absolutely. We all can do something wrong. So we need to have a conversation so we can make corrective measures. Now, if you continue to making this issue, then he is going to be, or she is going to be, a perpetual fuck up.
Yeah, and to that point, you can do everything right and still have a bad apple. Some people make bad decisions. And going back to elephants, right? You see these elephants and everything else, right, in the circus doing this, or these camels that's giving rides to tourists and everything else, right? And on travels, I say, hey man, how come that elephant just don't fucking run away? Who the fuck wants to be doing this and get yoked up and doing this? How come the elephant don't run away? It's like simple, just like you said. When that elephant was young, I put a chain on him and I tied his ass to a fucking tree where he couldn't move. He can only go so far away from me. And as he grew up, that's all he realized, right? So then when you take the chain away, he still has that chain, and he's not going to go more than 10 feet away from you. It's the same thing they're doing in our fucking society. The only thing you can do is you can only be X, Y, Z, a rapper, a drug dealer, or an entertainer. And that's what we're training our kids to be, man. So we got to get out there and be those mentors and listen. We got to meet them on their level, because there's so much information. These guys got so much fucking information at their fucking fingertips. They're seeing shit.
And on top of that, what Jovi is saying, you have to be honest with them too. Don't be one of these parents. If you was out there in the street and did all this crazy shit and survived that shit or whatever, you don't have to give them all the details, but give them some of the details and let them know, hey, I've seen this shit. I've been through this shit, but you got these goody parents, who were out there in the street and want to make it say, oh, no, I've never done this. Never. Come on, man. Be honest with your kids. Because the thing is, your kid's going to go out there one day and going to run across somebody and going to go out there and try and do the same shit, So you being honest with them, you can sit there and tell, hey, I did that shit. I'm telling you, this is what the fuck's going to happen. I know people that were out there.
Or Ray, they're going to find one of the motherfucking bootleg DVDs of Freaknik 94.
And they
gonna know Mama was out there.
Right.
Like, Mama.
That's where I was conceived at, Mama. You're like, oh yeah, that, yeah, well. So in turn, you need to be real, and this is what I tell my kids, right? I tell my biological kids, and I tell my kids that is on the teams in which I coach. I'm like, yo, you need to recognize for yourself, not for your mother or your father, because your mom and your daddy might drop you off just for some fucking 2-hour daycare, hour and a half daycare. I don't curse at the little Negroes, but I tell them, or I should say my NATO, because they black, white, and everything else, brown, green, whatever. I'd be like, hey, you need to figure out for yourself if this sport works for you. If it does, fantastic, come back. And I tell my children the same thing. Like, yo, if this works for you, but just don't be like, oh, well, I'm gonna give up because it's hard. Man, fuck that. Life is hard. If
you damn right.
Get a helmet. Like shit, get a dog, but you're not gonna get one of them this motherfucker because you're not cleaning up after yourself. So why would I get another goddamn? But
another mouth to feed.
Yeah. So, but in turn, like, recognize life is hard and it's not gonna treat you fairly all the time. I tell my kids every opportunity, when you have a chance to go to, especially this situation, you have the choice in feeling how you're going to feel about whatever situation it comes about in your life, good, bad, or indifferent, happy, sad, whatever the case may be. That's your feelings. Everybody in this chat has the opportunity to feel how they feel, and that's your feelings. That's your shit. Now, let me tell you where the rubber meets the road at. Is your response and your reaction. That's the shit that either can get you into trouble or keep you moving. If you sit up there and you like, okay, I'm gonna act with regards to a disturbance, doing some bullshit and do negative things to somebody because somebody made you feel a certain way, that's on you. If you sit up there and you take it and you as a whatever lesson learned, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna keep it moving and just keep it popping, and whatever case may be, okay, that might keep your ass out of jail. It might keep you out of jail.
Yeah.
But in turn, that's where the rubber meets the road for you as an individual. You can feel how you want to feel. Nobody can tell you how you're going to feel.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this: if that response and that reaction is going to lead your ass down to the precinct or to the grave, you need to take a second step and take a deep breath. Count to 10, count to 50. Who knows? You need to recognize what that response could be, because it could either that cop or whoever this situation is that you come across with, whoever out in the street, could be your judge, jury, or executioner.
Yeah, but see, and it's to add on to what you say, we have to teach our youngers, our our young kids, the village, how to respond, and we have to groom and grow that emotional intelligence, because as my kids are sitting down here in the house and I let them just run ramp shot all over me and cuss me out, come in when they want to and everything else, and tell me to go fuck off. Now, when they have that interaction with that cop, and that cop tells them to move,
you can't do the same thing,
and they start running off at the mouth, because they do it in the house, they're going to do it in the streets, right? 9 times out of 10, right? Now you got a confluence of bad events. You got young rookie cop that's scared.
Yep.
And what happens? First thing he's going to do is go for his gun.
Because that's the false courage.
Yeah.
That's the backup.
That's the default. That's the default, because I don't know that verbal judo. And just like with that shooting in the hallway in the Bronx, that ego got that kid killed. Ego got both of those dudes killed.
He went out there. So this was okay. So I had a long conversation with a couple of folks in there about that. I was like, yo, one, he should have been smarter than that. The guy who was in the apartment, right? Because if you go back in the house, right? If you go back in the house, and then that motherfucker is still standing there at the stairwell, you have to understand and recognize, oh, he's not that's something is either false courage, okay, whether it be alcohol or firearm. He's got something on him, because you don't know. I can come out the damn house with a damn bazooka. I'm like, but he's still standing there.
Yeah.
So in turn, because I'm just thinking from my standpoint, if I'm not carrying nothing, and then you come out, you go into your house, I'm stepping off.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know what, because
well, Maurice, even if I am carrying something, 9 times out of 10, if you go into your house, I'm leaving, because if I'm carrying something covertly or concealed, it's probably a pistol. You go into your house, you like, oh, you got little Joker, big Joker, motherfucker.
Yeah, you can come out with an AK, you can come out with whatever. So in turn, I'm
reverse Uno.
I'm thinking to myself, like, something was not right there for you to come out. Okay, but firstly, he started off wrong, right? He started off with like, okay, he was big boisterous. He's like, yo, he tried to intimidate him. Had his shirt off, coming out talking, popping off at the gums. Then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, well, you go back in, and then you send the I'm gonna say you sin, but then the lady comes out, and then she's talking, and it's like, okay, like, yo, everybody back in the crib. I'm just thinking to myself, everybody back in the house, like, it's wife, children, whatever the case may be. Like, if you're not moving off, based upon the argument is, okay, well, I'm making too much noise. All right, cool, bet. Well, whatever the situation, to get the situation to die down, because obviously you coming up here to confront me, I'm thinking, okay, you confront another man in another man's house, you're not coming up here just to talk.
Yeah, you're not talking.
Yeah.
You're coming up here to resolve the situation.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this, y'all know this, like, giving a little context. that been going on for a long time. And I was talking to Gun Dude Dudley last night. We was analyzing that video frame by frame. And like I told him, you can't hear the dialogue, but it was dialogue.
Right.
The way that dude walked in that house, the way that dude walked away from him, for once, the big dude, when he came outside, big dude was on some penitentiary bully type stuff.
Yeah,
You
but see,
tell
that was on intimidation type bullshit.
Mhm. That was intimidation. So when he came out the first time, to me, I say you was a coward because you was dressed to fight. You had no shirt on and your tennis shoes.
Right. You went back
Anybody who wanna box,
yeah.
when you went back in the house, you
Got a
came
shirt
outside.
on, got a scissors.
You wait, but listen, I'm gonna give you context. This is my perspective. You came outside at first. You thought that he was gonna get scared and he was gonna walk off. He didn't.
Right.
He stood his ground. Okay, that should have told you something. That dude,
He got something on him.
he got something.
Right.
Okay, when he went back in the house, dude fixed
He's
his
still
joint.
standing there.
But he fixed his joint. Y'all got to think about it. He fixed it too. Cuz come back outside. Then you go, when you come back outside, you got your shirt on. First you came to the door. Then you come back outside. You got your shirt on. You walk up to him like on some penitentiary stuff. Like you got to shank up to his neck. Like
Right.
you finna do him something.
You got a pair of scissors. Why would
You got a pair of scissors. But anybody know, Joe Bar just sent me a video. Well, man just got his throat jabbed out of him and got him in the carotid artery. And with
Hey, Bug, show that video if you can, man.
No, wait a minute, hold on.
you can't show it.
You can't show that.
They're gonna get me.
Not the one he was talking about. The one that I sent the Bug.
The ski. Oh, that's gonna get it because it got blood in it.
Oh,
YouTube, they just got Gun Dude Dudley for this because the blood on the little dude.
You're gonna have him just like when Guns and Barbecue came on with the naked man. And,
Yeah, man, that's why I had to delete the live.
you know what I'm saying?
Now I'm just saying. Now listen to my perspective.
So I cannot control what my CNI people do. I don't see what they're doing. They just guide me around and shit. I was wondering what I was holding on to. I thought I was supposed to hold his elbow, and he's like, "Here, hold this."
Okay.
I mean, he guided me well, but like,
Bill Cosby.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Look, Bill Cosby was quote unquote blind too. He spent.
All right, now peep game. Yeah, it was a 1 hour month. But listen,
I say he got me with that goddamn pudding pop.
I'm dead. Listen, so dude walked back. The dude tried, from my perspective, this is what I saw. He tried to intimidate him, didn't intimidate him, went back in, got the tool. His wife got him killed because ain't no way you threaten somebody and you pull him off. And like I said, that woman ain't that goddamn strong. Dude, you look like you about 6'6", 100 pounds. You's a big dude. And she can pull you away like that. But dude that was standing on the thing seemed like he wasn't tripping until something was said. When she pulled the first time, you could see their mouths moving. That's when dude was like, he came out the shirt and came out, and then when the dude was going back to the house, me and Mika was talking about this. I said, Mika, what they remind you of? She said, they remind me of when you got into it with dude downstairs and he put that gun on you, and I gave her the look to go get my shit.
nah,
And
man.
she said,
that shit was like Minister Society. He was like, yo, you been out of jail. You ain't got my money yet?
but listen, I'm trying not to be funny because somebody lost their life.
A couple of them.
But everybody said,
The what?
if you looked at the first shooting, the dude was on the side of the young dude when he was getting shot. When dude bagged up from busting at him, the young dude beeline towards him. Everybody say he was trying to get away. Hell no. From my perspective, the way I analyzed that video and put it on the iPad and slowed it down and looked at it, he was running toward dude. And if you look at him running toward dude, he came up under dude's arm. When dude was shooting, he got in an awkward position to shoot him. And everybody say he was just running. My mind is, you busting, I'm running to the house, or I'm laying on the ground. I'm laying on the ground. I'm staying put. I'm not moving. But I've been in enough gun situations to where you don't go to the fire. You don't go to the sound of the boom.
I was gonna say, but do you lay on the ground? In that
Later.
situation,
Because in that situation, dude was shooting. You got two women and a child running through the door. He didn't hit them. He hit big boy.
That was big
Yeah.
boy. He knew.
And dude was the security guard. So dude already knew how to use that joint.
Oh yeah.
He was. If you look, the first shot looked like he hit him in the arm and went through his arm into his chest.
Yeah.
And then,
But also, just from the, if you watch the whole clip, you can tell it was personal. Because
Yeah, it was personal.
If dude was a security guard, he knows that anyone that's in retreat is no longer a threat. Now, the caveat to that is you don't know what he's going to go and get in his house. We don't know.
And you don't know if he said, "Go get my shit."
Yeah,
go
we
get
don't
my
know what
shit.
was said, right? So you
But
have
see,
to let that play out in the courts. Now, what's really going to do dude in is when dude was laying on the ground, he domed that motherfucker. When he canoed
But
him.
in New York, there is no self-defense laws.
Well, shit. My whole question was, how the hell he have a gun in New York?
Well,
he was a security guard.
Yeah.
But he wasn't on duty, was he?
No.
So if he ain't a cop, he shouldn't be carrying.
Doesn't matter if he's.
I'm not even going to speculate on that. I'm not even going to speculate on that because we got all these motherfuckers commenting on the game Monday, but they wasn't playing on Sunday. So I can't even comment on it and shit, man.
Well, I can tell you this.
I ain't want to be in the game. I say
It just depends on the type of permit that he had.
Yeah.
Being a security guard, things like that. There's different exemptions, things like that.
If you go downstairs, if you go upstairs, commenting or talking shit to somebody like, "Yo, you need to shut that motherfucking noise up," and then all of a sudden, here come I go upstairs, knock on your door. Shut that motherfucking noise up, bro. This is like the 6th time I done came up here and told your ass to shut that motherfucking noise up. And you go, yo, I'm popping. Look at how
what's up, brother Brady?
Out.
Hey, Rodney Brady just dropped something in the chat. Said that the security guard was a former Leo. So there you go. That's probably the reason why he has his tools on him.
So in turn, he come out. Now he's got it's the state of New York, bro. How lenient you think they're going to really be with regards to that, even if he is a security officer?
Well,
he's a former
because remember this, Maurice, we don't know the extenuating circumstances,
right? Exactly.
or the exigent circumstances, you know.
This is gonna be some finicky shit where he's got to figure he better have somebody on a motherfucking retainer for real, because this is
you have carry insurance. You let them worry about that.
Well, yeah, true that.
Hey, they said the shooter's dead too now because he was a security guard and CEO of former.
Yeah, and that's what I said. Rodney Brady just dropped in there, man. So if anyone know, man, brother Brady would know.
Hey. And my thing is this here, dog. You got to assess situations and see what's worked or not.
Is it that deep, bro? Like, I mean, for real.
But it's ego. That's ego because I done got into it with a neighbor. Like, I remember one time, bro, I had just started dating Mika, bro. And the dude stayed downstairs. And the dude downstairs had punked one of my homeboys. Like, I'm serious. Like, he took his balls and put him in the fucking freezer. Like, he put him in the house.
So he thought you was the same type?
Bro, I'm telling you now, man. I mean, he punked him, bro. My homeboy, he like real life, like, man, dog. I'm talking about dog. If dude was in jail, he'll be washing drawers. Put it like that. That's how bad he got him.
They made my man squat when he pissed.
Man, on God, he'd been squatting when he peed and everything. He'd been squatting just to talk. He took the dude nuts, bro. And when he came upstairs, he was like, man, the dude downstairs. I said, man, fuck that dude. Don't care because he got a gun. He ain't damn stop making them when he got heels. Like, dude, you my partner. Nigga, walk down them stairs. I'm scared. Man, you better walk down them stairs. Fuck that dude. So when we walked down the stairs, I seen the dude. You know what I'm saying? And he was just standing up there like, man, that ain't him. I'm not him. Man, go to your car. That nigga's not going to fuck with you. And I'm going to go upstairs. He ain't going to fuck with you. So, dude, my partner went to his car, scare ass. He come back. The dude said something. And I said, man, walk up these stairs. Ain't nobody going to touch you. So he walked on up the stairs. So I'm aggravated now because really, you punked my partner. Now listen, this the egos. This is what I'm telling you. The whole point of me telling this story is ego. You punk my partner, but you ain't punking me because I really want to smoke. I'm really active. So you punk my partner. So in your mind, I see your demeanor. Oh, all them hoes, he a hoe. All them hoes. Okay, really? Oh, yeah, now I'm the gingerbread man. Come get you a piece and see how they work out for you.
Hey, Bug.
Yeah.
Hey, did this shit happen on the Friday? And was this dude named Warren?
No, this
Sound like a low budget Friday, motherfucker.
No, this ain't low budget. I can call this woman, and this woman can jump in this chat and tell you exactly what happened.
Like a motherfucker Friday.
No, this is for real. He punked my partner, bro. He punked him. Like he punked my partner. So I want to provoke the dude downstairs, but at the same time, I'm still not trying to get Meek and them kicked out their apartment. So the dude was downstairs, so I said, fuck it. I pissed off the third floor balcony. He on the second floor. And I promise God, these are my exact words. Golden shower from a towel. The nigga said, is you pissing?
Nasty motherfucker, man.
I promise to God, I wanted to provoke him. Listen, I want to get in this nigga ass. You hear me? Like, I want to fight this dude. But I didn't know he had the pistol on him. I pissed off the balcony. He got mad, come to the banister. He had a Ruger. I remember this like it was yesterday. He had a Ruger, P95 Ruger, black and stainless, and looked up at me and said, you pissing from this there? I said, yeah, I pissed on this there. I said, oh, yeah, you got it. You got it. It's all you. My turn come, don't you cry. It's all you. He started talking crazy. I said, you got it. I ain't finna argue with you. I looked at Mika. Like I just said, the way that the woman beelined in the house before he started shooting is the same. The look I gave Mika to go get my shit, because she had one of my 380s in the house. It was just a gun. I just needed a pistol. Because you got a pistol, I'm going to have a pistol. She went and got my gun. I run downstairs. He looking at the people. I finished shooting the house. I said, nah, it's kids in there. So I'm using brain. I can't shoot in her house because she got kids. So that's going to be a case. I'm talking shit at the door. Like, bitch, bring your bitch ass outside. That shit was dead. I left. The next day, he called Mika at the gate, coming in the gate, punching the gate. Yeah, your nigga, he got scared. He seen that pistol. She was like, nigga, he not scared. You ain't the only one with the iron. Shit, you gonna get what you want. So she called me. I'm in the Grove. So I was like, what? Man, we on our way over there. She said, nah, don't come. I called the police already. That's all right. So the next day, we pull up over there. I left my partner sitting in the car. I go upstairs, but this time I got my guns on me. I got a Taurus, a PT92 Taurus, and a 44 29-3 44 Magnum. I had two guns on me. So I walked upstairs and I'm talking to Mika. Cuz pulled up. When he seen my partner, my partner done froze up, but I see him. He see me. He dropped the big soda. He dropped the soda and went back to the car. So he done called this girl to come outside. My partner Jimmy was standing on at the second floor. And when she came outside, Jimmy saw her. Jimmy said, Buzz, she got a shotgun like yours. He had a pistol grip Mossberg. She saw him. I said, shoot the bitch. So when he upped the gun, she dropped her gun and ran back in the house. Jimmy shot upstairs, his scary ass. I'm upstairs. I'm coming outside the house like, what the fuck? I see him. He done shot up the house. He done shot up in the damn staircase.
So, I mean, he was shooting at you?
No, partner? He didn't shoot. He ran. When I say shot, he ran up the stairs.
Oh.
He ran up the stairs. Man, that man with a shot, he'd have died that day. We'd have been on the news. That dude died. So we went to the car. So as we in the car, now that's day two. Now a week done went by. We come back over there. I go upstairs again. I got my 44, my 44 and the Taurus on me. So I catch him. He was smoking a cigarette. I caught him slipping. He dropped the cigarette. I said, got you with your draw down. What's up? What you want to do? He didn't say nothing. I said, fuck it, left it alone. The next following week, we come back. I go upstairs again. He pull up. He see us. He go get a gun out the car. So Kendrick and them was sitting in the car. He go get a gun out the car. When he get the gun out the car, we got K's in the car. They jumped out cocking K's. He done ran upstairs. They called the police on us. They called the law. So I told Meek, I said, man, I'm finna go. That nigga done called the police. And so I went out to the car. I got my chopper. Kendrick them done pointed at the door, waiting on him to come outside. One way in, one way out. We jumped in the car. We leave up at the place. We stopped to get gas on the corner of Forest Lane and the D to get some gas. We see 100 police shoot up in the apartments. And I was like, damn. I said, damn, man, nigga done called aloud. So we shot back there. Mika called me. By the time we get to the Grove, she say, man, that nigga called the police. He called the police. But the point that I'm making is when it's egos. My ego made me pissed off that porch to provoke him to pull a gun.
Right.
I pissed, he brought a pistol. You know what I'm saying? My pee didn't match his pee. You feel what I'm saying? His pee was stronger. So you know what I'm saying? But egos, that ego shit can get you in situations to where if that would have went bad, Mika could have got killed or got put out of her apartment. He already showed the capacity that he'll do or something by pulling up on her, saying something to her at the damn keypad to get in the apartment.
Sometimes you guys gotta leave that shit alone because
my point. That's the point I'm saying.
Bigger,
so
bigger there.
With that going on, with that same situation of the noise or whatever, that was just egos. Like it had got to that point to where Cuz had made a conscious decision that he's gonna do what he's gonna do. He just want the reason to do it. Right. You don't know what was said to make him do it. I'm to the point now. I'm not gonna argue with you. If I can get the fuck away from it, it costs too much money to shoot people. It costs too much money to shoot at people. It costs too much money to be in a situation to go through legal process. It costs too much money, and I don't want to get that money to the state of Texas. I already give it to my grandkids.
And also, look how valuable you are to fuck the money. Look how valuable you are to your loved ones, friends, family. It's like you see that's the problem. We're trying to, even myself, and also people on this panel. You too valuable. You are. I don't give a damn if shit you can have $300 million. You know, if you fucking hit the Powerball some shit, but won't be able to replace your ass to your to people who actually love you. That's the type of shit I'm trying to get on. Like recognizing I have it for the most part. But then just angst you, but in turn, you just like, yo, I can't afford to lose because if my ass is either legally dead, the walking dead, sitting behind a wall, and or put my ass 6 feet under, you irreplaceable.
So what Maurice was really trying to say is that your family love you and we don't, motherfucker. That's all. That's what he was trying to say. I mean, he was trying to put that shit in a nice term and shit, you know, nice way. But he was really trying to say that your family love you, but we don't.
You's a miserable person.
Hey, also with that bug, I'm telling you now, man. If I had $300 million, I would forget about your ass. I would damn sure buy some.
Hey, 300 million, man, give me 200,000. I'm gonna forget about you. You hear me? I'm gonna forget about you.
If you get 300 million, you're not working, so your ass might need something to do on Wednesday and Friday night.
Hey, 200,000. I'm gonna put 100,000 in the reserve to get me back in the black, and then I'm gonna take 100,000, make another meal. So I ain't tripping on that. I don't got time to think about you. I'll be too busy trying to get stuff going on. You heard me?
Hey, give me a motherfucking 6-pack of Tecatis and Modelo. Hey, Bug who?
Shit, Bug gonna fuck around and get a $3 million weed.
He said,
that motherfucker, he gonna walk around he gonna have a new hairline, a whole beard.
I don't have my paperwork.
Motherfucker, Betty Bug.
You know what though, y'all?
Lace front.
I learned this though, y'all. I learned this, man. And we ain't talking about no lace front. We finna switch that subject right quick. But y'all ain't shit.
We're gonna have a BBL Brazilian body lift.
Nah, I might do that. Now, man, our egos, bro. That situation could have been avoided because all dude had to do is just go and leave. All he had to do was leave. If he left,
hey, Bud. One thing about that, man. So, again, it's Monday and we're looking at the game from Sunday,
and we went in the game.
And we may be oversimplifying it because we don't know everything that occurred. I don't know what happened 5 minutes before that. You know, what led him to come up the steps. Did the guy that got clapped? Did he threaten him in the stairway? You know, who knows? So, and again, we're speculating. All we see is that 2-minute clip of the stairs in the hallway. Right. So, and that's a tough one, man. But again, at the end of the day, it's like
But recognize
that ego will fuck you up, man. That ego will
But this
get
the
you all
noise
fucked
one,
up.
right? This the one with the noise. The noise.
Yeah,
Is,
but
yeah.
recognize
But
it.
I mean,
He
but
didn't
see,
bring the
we don't.
same. He went in. So okay, recognize the terraformer that you stand on. Okay, you in New York. You got a gun. Okay, I get it to a degree with regards to self-defense, but you come out your house to come at a dude with let's say a dangerous weapon, a pair of scissors, to let's say to a degree. He wasn't about that life to use them pair of scissors to go at dude.
Yeah.
Look how he went. Look how he interacted with him.
Yeah.
But in turn, so there is your castle doctrine is thrown out the window. You're like you came out your house. You could have just when you went back in,
You could have
stay
stayed.
in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But see, I think what's going to be key is we don't know what was said when he was turned and walked away and got clapped in the back. That's probably going to be key right there.
Key right there. Because if he threatened him and said, "I'm gonna get my," come on, bro, a threat is a threat. If I got that tool on me and you tell me you're gonna do what you're gonna do, I'm gonna take you at your word.
You have a reasonable
That's not even gonna matter.
Response to retreat.
That's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not gonna matter if the dude sits there and turns around and say, "I'm going downstairs to get my gun and I'm coming back." That still doesn't give you a reason to shoot.
If you by your door and he say he finna go get his gun,
it doesn't matter if you're in your house.
Ray, hold up. Ray, he already pulled a deadly weapon
on me.
So, and that's going to be, up to the lawyers and everything else, man. That shit can go either way.
When he went inside the very first time, when he went inside, you could have went down them steps and been like, you know what, fuck this.
Yeah, he could have took his ass home and drunk some fucking Bacardi.
So in turn, his ass is going to jail. Number one, first and foremost, the terra firma that which you stand on, your ass is in New York City. Okay, they don't recognize gun laws like in certain states. Garen, we all recognize that, right? So in turn, when he goes inside, I don't give a damn about the verbal.
Right.
You can have a verbal exchange, blah, blah, blah. He gonna do this, he gonna do that. Okay, this motherfucker actually came out with a deadly weapon from onset. So if you felt threatened when he came out of the house with the scissors, you could have popped his ass then.
Hey, Maurice. Hey, let me throw this in there, man. Let's interject this. So what Brother Brady said that dude was a former CEO, former Leosa, right? Let's just say he was working Rikers Island, and that dude was one of his inmates.
Why would you even go up and put yourself in that situation then?
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's say I'm a former corrections officer myself. Let's say there ain't no way I'm going and following a former inmate I dealt with
just listen
to their
quick,
door.
right?
That's fucking insane.
Listen, let's just say, like, for some reason, like, he asked, he went to the super or whatever to have him ask, left a note on the door. It's like, hey, I live downstairs. Could you, whatever, right? Say he never seen the dude. He might have dealt with a kid or with the wife, right? Let's just give me that. Let's just give me that leeway. And now when dude comes out, they recognize each other and shit, right? And whatever happened on the tier, he came out with scissors, and then
this is such a far-fetched thing at this point.
Case right here, all this shit's fucking far-fetched because
the motherfucker it doesn't far-fetched with this.
Downstairs.
Let's say you got a person that followed somebody else up to their door. They're exchanging words. The person that followed him up to the door, that makes him just as much of an aggressor as the other person that went back in their house, come back out with scissors.
So the video clip that I seen, they were already on the steps.
The staircase.
Yeah. So and that's what I'm saying. I'm sitting here Tuesday talking about Sunday's game. I didn't see him follow him up the steps. The only thing that I saw was they were already on the steps. Right. So again, that's just my thing. So now right? I'm contemplating the what ifs and shit.
So how do we get
here? And again, at the end of the day, man, ego got 3 people or 2 people clapped.
Right. And so in turn, the dude that came up there, the guy in the Western gear, right? He's gonna get his ass put in jail for whatever, whether it be for murder, manslaughter, whatever the situation may be, because there's no USCCA, Blue Shield, Blue Cross, goddamn
Union,
whatever is gonna be like, yo,
Union,
you did the right. No, they're gonna be like, motherfucker, you had, so you got to meet level with level, right? Force with force, in civilian capacity. If
proportionality of force.
If somebody says, if they come up to you in your car with a baseball bat ready to swing, you can't just run their asses over.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I'll be damned. You know you can't, because you have the opportunity to flee. You're in the vehicle.
Yeah, if the motherfuckers in front of you, you're gonna run the fuck over.
If they're blocking your escape.
Okay, so I'm gonna let that be on you all's responses. So you cannot just run their asses over.
Okay.
You have the duty to.
Let me just tell y'all this.
I literally just said, if they're blocking your escape, how are you going to retreat if they're blocking your escape?
It went from the very left lane to the fucking far right turning lane. Your ass just
put that bitch in reverse.
And all of a sudden they see some fucking
lawyer
donuts.
can prove in court to get you off or cannot get you off of. That's all. It's gonna be simple. If his lawyer can get him off, he good to go.
So here's the deal right here, man. With the anti-gun climate and everything else, they might just, hang his ass out to dry and make an example out of him.
Here's another question that I haven't heard anybody bring up, and that is, if this guy was former law enforcement, why is it that he's former law enforcement?
He probably retired.
Is he that old? Because I haven't seen the video or anything. I'm going off everything that I've heard here so far.
But just remember this right here, right? At what age can you go and be a CO? 18, 20?
And then you don't have to stay that long.
Yeah, whatever the minimum age is.
Yeah, all you gotta do is 20 years.
Yeah, he could have got hurt on the job. He could have been medically retired. There's just so much that I don't know.
100%, but he could have also had some disciplinary issues where they're like, yeah, no, you ain't doing this job anymore.
But if that's the case, well, and now we have to say that he had his gun illegally then. Because
again, if he's still a security officer, there's all kinds of reasons that he can get exemptions, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and again, he could have been on the job for 2 weeks and got hurt, and just been fucking whatever. Like,
but again, if we're gonna throw out what if he has a fucking attitude problem in the first place?
Yeah, like
what if? Say we're sitting here playing. Well, what if by chance he was a CO and by chance he was dealing with his wife or something, and then by chance when he goes up to the door, a former inmate comes out, and by chance he had problems with this inmate, while he was locked up, and now it's all escalating.
We don't know.
Was this
but that's the fucking point. I'm just throwing out a what if. You're like, oh well, it could have been this, or this. I'm saying, what if? What if he, just has a fucking attitude problem and he got himself into this situation because of his fucking attitude problem? You're like, oh well, he could have been hurt or on the job. Oh, yeah, there could have been, or he could just have a fucking bad attitude problem and got himself in a bad situation because he makes bad fucking decisions.
Someone in the chat put down he got fired in 05. So, if that's true, that's something else we got to go on.
Damn, that's 18 years later.
Oh, nothing. I'm gonna let the courts figure it out.
Exactly.
Say it again, Skilly.
This is
they said his mama sent them upstairs.
You have a good mouthpiece to come out and say so. This because in my head I'm thinking to myself like, okay, one, is this the full unedited video that was shown on social media? One,
right?
Because this might be doing a detriment to him, or might be doing him a great service to him. Whether the family that was victimized, or I should say that was lost the family members and things of the sort, or was this just a video that was like hey, this is what we thought that could be best sell for us. So these are a couple of questions in my head. Like, okay, is this the full unedited video? Because if this is the full unedited video, okay, from a person that's the spectator. Nobody was in that hallway in Brooklyn to be like, oh well, this is how the shit went down. Motherfucker caught the goddamn elevator down to his fucking floor to get the fuck back down to his floor once he finished shooting up there. Goddamn.
Oh shit.
So, but this is what I'm saying. He obviously had an opportunity on a couple of occasions from the video that was sent out there on social media to just be like, you know what, fuck this shit, fuck you, fuck off, everybody just suck my dick and get the fuck out and suck this noise down, because you had the big joker in this situation. You had the gun, they had some damn scissors, he was trying to be big baller, big boisterous. If you want to,
someone who's doing arts and crafts.
So
You got him.
again, you know, we make jokes about folks. I can say folks make jokes about this. It's like, yo, you come to a gunfight with a pair of scissors. That shit is cost folks lives.
Mm-hmm.
And this is big again, because it's something that's like, okay, well, they look at the gun community because they're going to blame the gun community. It's like, oh, well, you know, it's another homicide. This is another victimization of whatever situation. It's like, okay, you got to be going with training, knowledge of laws. If you go into a certain situation, if you're at a certain place, like I said, terra firma, if you're standing on this, let me tell you, okay, so being in Maryland, I went fishing up in fucking Hyannis, and this is funny as shit. It's a fucking city called Hyannis, Massachusetts. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to carry. So I had to look at like, okay, reciprocity and different laws traveling from Maryland up to fucking Massachusetts. You know how much shit if you get caught with a motherfucking gun that you can get caught in? I left that shit a fucking alone. Like, this shit is staying in the safe. I'll carry a fucking bait knife before I carry any other shit. And really, that'd be a butter knife, because certain states going through these areas driving do not like guns. So you in New York City, okay, they're going to make it. Somebody said, oh, they can make an example out of him. No, they will make an example out of this dude, because he had multiple opportunities to walk away, to leave the situation, to feel like, yo, we're gonna squash this shit. We're gonna address this on some other level, versus how you address it. You killed folks out of cold blood, and that's what they're going to say. And I'm a gun advocate, but in turn, looking at the video evidence that's been provided, unless there's something that's unedited with Audible, that's going to be like, okay, well, this was the discussion back and forth. They're going to say he either he murdered or manslaughter. He's going to spend time in jail. 2005. You were a CO, a Leo, whatever the hell the case is, whatever the whatever. It's 2013. I'm sorry, 2013. Shit, that's 10 years ago. 2023, going into 2024. They're gonna be like, your history presents that this is evidence against you, whether it's substantial or not.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
And then also the thing is, man, he canoed that dude at the end, man.
But I argue with this with y'all. It's not
Doesn't matter if he knew him or not.
It's
Say
not
that.
what you think it's what you can prove in court. We've seen some cases in our lifetime where we thought, yeah, this motherfucker is gone. Man, he get that badass lawyer, next thing you know, he out.
It's gonna be.
Why I got Philly talking about OJ?
It's gonna be.
I say that about OJ.
It's gonna be hard in New York, Skilly. If he does it, it's gonna be okay. Got you. Even
Well,
OJ, he didn't use even OJ didn't use a gun. OJ used a knife. So in turn, it's gonna be hard because you got circumstantial evidence that show like, hey, this motherfucker got a gun in his hand in the state of New York. Like I said, we don't know what video evidence that could have been found on OJ's ass to be like, yo, he poking holes in folks. This is a dude that has a gun on video.
Yeah, man, but
So
again, man,
then
dude,
what?
like after everything went down, man,
I'm saying a gun on him. It could be
he didn't attempt to render first aid. And he walked by him. And
There's
he
nothing that says you have to render first aid.
Yeah, I know, but if he would have attempted to render first aid, it could look a little bit better. But he walked
Or
by,
it could also make it look like you didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
If you're going to sit there and say, hey, I feared for my life, are you going to try and save the life of the person that was just trying to kill you?
The threat's down.
No.
The
Gun
threat's
went
down.
off on accident.
I'm going to say, when I went and got my armed security permits here in PA, they specifically told us, you shoot somebody, do not render aid.
Yeah, but that's PA. And that's for your armed security. So
that's what this fucking guy was.
Yeah. But
that's your license.
Was he acting
Jesus
in capacity?
Fucking Christ.
Was he acting at that time? Was he acting in the capacity of an armed security guard?
What the fuck does it matter? That would be his training then.
Yeah, it matters a lot. It matters a lot.
About something that ain't proven in court. Let's move on to the next one. But go next. Next subject.
but dude, man, the video shows him shooting that dude in the fucking dome piece. He canoed that motherfucker, man. There's dudes right now in some units that's facing fucking war crimes for allegedly canoeing people.
It's what your lawyer can prove, player.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah. And Skilly, you're absolutely right, man. It don't matter what the video evidence is. Hey, what can your lawyer argue in fucking
in this day and time with regards to everybody being
video evidence is not everything that people make it up to be.
Yep.
Here's the problem with video evidence. It's two-dimensional.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not if you have facts, you argue the facts. If you don't have facts, you argue the law.
But the eye in the sky don't lie.
Yeah, but you can sway motherfuckers' opinions though.
You could sway all day long. The dude going,
hey, hold up.
That's all it boils down to.
Look how many police kill people on camera.
Right.
Accidentally 2 people and still get away with it. I don't put nothing past nobody, man. I believe I'm like Skilling, the right defense attorney that's hungry and a dog and can outwit the prosecutor and make people believe what he see. That's all that matters, man.
But how many times? Well, who's the producer of those police videos? Is it the policeman who turned them on, or is it somebody someplace else in another area of off-site that's flicking the motherfuckers on?
Well, the police are not supposed to touch their and this was me going into trying to get into the police force. They're not supposed to touch them cameras.
But how often do you see them turning them on and turning them off?
But they do what they want.
There you go.
For losers.
Now, Maurice, you going down a whole nother beast hole.
But I'll be shit. I got look.
Hey, I just got one little quick thing. What's up, everybody? How everybody doing? Anywho, proceed with the program. Y'all going back and forth about some irrelevant shit. Once you turn your back, that's in the story. You can't turn your back, shoot somebody in the back, you should claim self-defense, period. Then once he's on the ground, you can't walk up, shoot him in the head, then calmly walk and go get on an elevator. End of story. All this shit is on camera. Why are y'all going back and forth? Making it seem like it's some legit shit. You ain't nothing else to talk about.
So the guy was on the ground already?
He was on the ground. He walked up, he shot
That's
in
an
the head.
execution at that point.
Yellow barbecue, that's what I was saying, man. He canoed that motherfucker.
That boy shot him in the head.
But what about all your other scenarios? Like, what the fuck does any of that other stuff matter?
That's what I'm saying. And it is. Nothing y'all saying matters, ass up, mean shit.
That's literally an execution.
Hold on.
It's done.
Bug,
y'all can't hear each other if everybody talking over each other.
I know y'all was hating on light skin niggas. Don't never want to let the light skin talk.
Move on.
Nigga, you came in here because it was what?
Nah, y'all came in. Y'all been.
What's saying?
Nah, man, you shit up talk about. Ain't shit up talk about. Ain't shit talk about. He walked up. As soon as he turns back, he pulled a pistol out and he ran up and shot him all in the back. Ain't shit talk about. The man was on the ground. He walked up, shot him in the head while he was on the ground. Ain't shit talk about. Take
This is what
levels.
I'm talking about.
That's in
Know
St.
that.
Texas,
Yeah.
where they
Ain't
At
arguing
the end
about
of the
that
day,
white man
Nope.
that shot
hey, listen.
in the back of the head.
Guns don't argue. Said guns don't argue. Said at the end of the day, a dead man can't talk. A wife lost her husband. A mother lost her child.
That
She
part.
lost both at the same time. Imagine her grievance. And her stupid ass should have never grabbed him by the arm when he just pulled a knife, a pair of scissors to a man. You just threatened somebody. You never turn your back on.
Right.
Hey, you never
So,
turn your back on, but you can't shoot a man in the back and think you're gonna get away with it.
man,
You
let me tell
black.
you something. It ain't no
You ain't
rules
gonna
to
let
this
it
shit
go.
no more. If a person got that pole, they're gonna do what they want to do. It ain't no
Exactly.
rules to this shit no more. If you got that
Oh,
pole,
it's still some rules. There ain't
you
no
don't
street
post it.
rules, but it's some still
Man,
rules you gotta follow.
at the end of the day, he didn't give a damn about the laws that govern society when he pulled that trigger.
Nope, he didn't. So,
At the moment that
and
he
that
made
he
the
did
decision,
what he
he don't
did. He
give a
gonna do
damn
what he
about
did with.
it. So he got to deal with
That's
it.
why you pay a lawyer. At the end of the day, you
Shit.
pay a lawyer to worry.
And at the end of the day,
You got to
all
get a
that
good
is
lawyer.
stupidity that was just around in that hallway at the moment that shit
Yep,
happened.
from all of them.
Stupidity. Because she
From
was
all
stupid
of
for
them.
grabbing him. He's stupid for running up on him with some damn scissors. A
Yep.
man that sat outside and waited on you. If I looked out there and see that nigga was out there, I'd have went in the house, called the police.
Exactly. That's why you
Yep.
take.
Little buddy had enough time to leave the situation. He kept standing there trying to post up, look hard because he had the pistol on him, so he won't worry about shit.
There you go.
Don't approach me. I can stand where the hell I want to stand.
Yeah, it's both ways. It's both ways. So either way it goes,
So
he's
you
not gonna win
charge
this
me,
case.
and I'm just
I'm
standing in
calling
the.
how I see it.
Don't approach me.
But
You
see,
might have an attitude, but now you have invaded my space, my personal space.
the thing is, Skilly,
But
we know
anyway,
you had a gun.
like I said, I'm not about to go back and forth.
The
The
thing-
court will figure that out. I don't give a damn. I'm just glad I went in that state at that time, had to deal with that dumb shit. So I'm good.
So
Yep. And my thing is this to the fellas on the panel: try not to put yourself in a situation like
he
that.
said, what did he say? The felons? This nigga say
I said the fellas. FELAS.
Bug,
Fellas.
you don't have to worry about us, man. Your ass was the one sitting there R. Kellying off the damn balcony.
Right, balcony
Oh
boy.
no,
All right.
man. That was
So
I was
you
young
sitting there,
then,
you
bro.
sit.
Think about it, man. Look, when that happened, I was 23. I was 23, bro, and
Oh
I
well,
was
shit.
full
The
of
way
piss
you was
and gum.
talking, I thought this shit happened last week.
Hell no, man. Ain't that
I'm
dumb?
like big grown ass man sitting there talking about he getting mad with somebody gonna pee off the damn balcony. What the
Trying to
fuck
give
kind
other
of shit is
dudes
that?
golden showers and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That nigga
shit. That
Dwight
sounds like
Howard.
something my grandson will go do.
Come on, Dwight Howard.
Pissy ass.
Fucking Robert Kelly.
Next thing you know, fucking Bug's gonna be stuck in the
Hey,
closet.
man. Hey, man.
Motherfucker
When that
Bug
nigga,
Kelly.
listen, I'm gonna tell you what pissed him off.
Fuck you.
Take your time, dog. Take your
He
time.
fucked me up then. But now,
Fuck what you doing? You were singing, I believe I
I'm
can
gonna tell
fly
you what
while you was
pissed him off.
peeing.
It wasn't the piss that pissed him off. When he looked up there and seen that garden hose that piss was coming out of, this what made him mad. Ah, fuck this nigga. My girl see this. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? So he put that piss out of him. You know,
That motherfucker, man. Talking about how the fuck you gonna make a video about peeing on someone.
oh look. She
I don't know. Let's say the fact that it was just a fucking garden
That was
hose. You ever see a
2000
garden hose? Garden hose are
2001,
fucking long and
2002
skinny.
that happened, man.
I wouldn't be too proud of that, Bug.
What y'all describing this man?
Yeah, shit.
What you say?
This motherfucker, he pulled out a spigot.
That nigga had a
You
third
talking about the
titty.
garden hose? That was the spigot.
He had a third titty. He said that joint was growing underneath his arm.
That motherfucker was singing toot 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 toot. I want to
You know
piss
what?
on you.
Piss, piss, piss.
I can't
Drop,
stand
drop,
none of
drop.
y'all.
I wanna pee on
That
you. Pee on
motherfucker
you.
said,
Y'all
he
know I got
said,
something, right?
I drink Chris, you drink piss.
Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. You shut up.
Hey, Bug, I'm not muted, motherfucker.
All y'all. Say,
Hey,
man.
bud, what?
Hey, here
What
comes
you
the
had some-
remix.
Hey, what you had some Moet? That motherfucker had some Moet.
Hey, man. Hey. Hopefully you was hydrated and your shit wasn't yellow.
Nah, that shit was golden. It was golden. It was
That
beautiful.
motherfucker.
It was golden. It looked like lemonade.
That nigga was drinking E&J. You need to help your kidneys out. God damn.
Time, bro.
That motherfucker
Need
killed
some
all
water,
the flowers up under the balcony and shit.
Fucking
Big ass yellow patch of grass. and
Hey,
shit.
Ken Caruso piss ass nigga.
That motherfucker, hey, he got the lady with the dogs evicted and shit for pissing on the grass.
That nigga gotta go with a bag from the duty station to go piss in.
That motherfucker.
Fuck you and your lace front, nigga. I mean, I'm sorry. What happened?
So y'all think y'all gonna be on my platform with this bullshit? And I got a bet. You know what they're gonna do?
$300 million lace front.
That nigga got a picture.
Because your ass dehydrated.
Your ass too. Fuck you, Chan. Hey, Barbecue, how you doing?
Not too bad. How about you, Bug?
Oh man, we got them niggas up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's okay.
I can't agree with that and say because then I'd be
Oh,
How the fuck you gonna tell?
right.
How the
See,
fuck you gonna tell?
I see what you try to do to me there,
I
Bug.
like say you a whole pussy ass nigga.
No, but hey,
Chicken George.
I ain't even said
though, right?
shit. And you won't try to come for me, you fucking goddamn
No.
no neck having fucking goddamn turtle.
He got the same.
Was picked out cooking grease.
He got the same hairline from the nigga from the
except for
Django.
the white guy.
Fuck you.
Hey,
Everybody but the white guy got kicked out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yo,
y'all
yo,
show my house, nigga.
yo, all y'all settle down. Y'all settle down. I got a treat for everybody. White privilege cards for everybody.
Fix my credit score, then we be all right.
Yeah.
2 questions, man.
I owe $80,000 in debt. Can you help me out, Barbecue?
Hey, Bug, when you was pissing, was you squatting or was you standing up?
If I'm on the banister, I can't be squatting.
That nigga, he's a eunuch.
No, Bug was definitely squatting. He's sitting up on the fucking railing like a pigeon.
Hey, man. Hey, actually, man. Since Guns and Barbecue, I got a question for you, man. Since you said it, white people. Welcome to the panel. Hey, so I got a question, man.
Yep.
When you're a caterer. You was a caterer, right?
Bootleg.
All right. So cool. Hey, man. Like, what the fuck is up with raisins in a potato salad and and do you do that?
No. I don't even know fucking white people that do that shit. Nope. Do not even ask me that one.
That was Maurice said you
I have never.
I didn't say don't eat no fucking raisins.
I've heard about that shit. I've never encountered it.
That motherfucker backpedaling and stuttering.
Oh, that was Joe Barr. Joe Barr said he put raisins in the potato salad.
Goddamn raisins. Who the fuck? I hate raisins. What the fuck would I put them anything near my house?
Hey. Remember Undercover Brother? Wait, he's introducing everyone. He was like, what's up with the white boy? Affirmative action. Y'all ain't shit, man. Bug, your shit getting canceled, man.
Oh,
You hear this racist shit?
I hope this nigga try to get some damn money off of this reparations ass fucking alive. Fuck you, Bug.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Man, YouTube ain't paying real shit. 1 million views, man. You got the bruh. Oh man, I don't know if fuck YouTube. I'm doing this shit for my help.
Man. Boy, all y'all need Jesus.
You sound like the motherfuckers who I coach. I'm doing this for physical exercise. Like nigga,
but look. He's gonna sit there and yell out "fuck YouTube," but he gonna send him a long ass email saying I didn't mean it.
I'm gonna get
I didn't mean that.
Oh, now, hey, when that check come and it look good, then I would say, yeah, YouTube right.
Did me good.
This shit ain't been right. Fuck them.
Fucking Uncle Ben's ass nigga. I can't stand you, motherfucker. No, I'm stop.
Hey man. Man, y'all get y'all shots out, man. We finna go to the backstage, man. Let me drop this link.
My mama, fuck it. I don't know what the fuck else. I don't get sponsored by no motherfucking body. Somebody need to help me get all this goddamn $100,000 in credit debt. Somebody, please.
Oh God, boy, say, man, I'm telling you, I'm like 50 in the hole for real.
That. Yeah, I take
I take Cash App, I take Venmo.
Shit. I take a naked ass titty just being emailed to me. Collabs provided. Ain't that what Chan get? Shit, goddamn it. I take that motherfucker.
Man,
I ain't
put y'all in
Stan
the back. We gonna go up to the end this live, bro. Oh, y'all wieners. Hey man, thank y'all for coming through. If y'all want to hit the back chat, the link is up there. The link is active as long as I go live. If you ain't been in the live, you can't come back and forth in. But hey, this Tackleburybug, that does it easy, man. Thank y'all for coming through, looking at the live tonight. It was awesome. And man, I hope that y'all learned something tonight, man, because it's a wicked world out here. It's a wicked, wicked world. And if nobody ain't never told you, man, God loves you, I love you. If you need somebody to talk to, Tackleburybug on our social media platform, reach out. And I'm an approachable person. If I can't help you, I can point you in the direction to where you can get some help. Man, and you know, stay strapped. Situation awareness is key, and make positive decisions. Don't let your ego or your anger for a split second change your life forever. So that's all I can tell you, bro. Like, cause it ain't worth it, man. A lot of this shit don't be worth it, bro. If you ain't in intimate danger, let it go. It ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? For real, not worth it. And it's gonna cost you more than anything. And I'm gonna give you a warning about the back chat. If you come into the back chat, please do not have thin skin. Do not get offended. Do not be easily offended because you might hear, man, somebody might say your mama had an aardvark sniffing in a butt or something. Like, bro, don't come back there complaining and sissified because don't tell YouTube all men to report my channel because somebody pissed you up in the back chat. But the back chat is for the strong-minded, the strong frame, and the people that don't got, they got a shirt on over their feelings on their sleeves. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all come back there, man. It's gonna go. Wild Williams, come back there. I sent you the link on your phone. And man, let's do that. And let me see what else I got to say. And we got biggest and something to tell the people. Yep, we do got that. And we got racists, and then we got this boy say he here for the titty viewing. Man, what? See what I'm saying? Anyway, but y'all have a good night, man. We out, man. Tackleburybug does it easy. Well, these dudes are stupid. I swear to God, these dudes dumb. This show could be live, but they just gonna fuck it up. They fuck up a wet dream.
Fuck you, Tackleberry Smug.
Only if you're lucky.
God, y'all fucked up.
By the way,
This
first
nigga,
aid was mentioned earlier in the show. If anybody's looking for first aid training stuff to lead, all that fun shit, go to I think it's redcross.com. It could be .org, whatever the fuck it is. Just Google Red Cross. It'll come up with a bunch of trainings that you can come up and do. Like I think first aid is free. There's a lot of free trainings on there, and there's some that you have to pay for. You can do them online, and then there's some that you can go to in person. So if you're looking for basic first aid training or anything like that, just check out the Red Cross.
see, you completely threw me because I thought you was gonna say mouth to dick resuscitation or some shit from the last time.
What?
When you was
What is wrong with you, Maurice?
No, in turn, hold on.
Whoa!
This is the last time.
No,
last time we said we saw. Hold on. Let me explain.
We're gonna end up drowning them when we go pee.
When you
Pull a bug.
came on and you was talking about giving somebody some mouth.
Oh shit, we still live.
Oh, this